Oh, there's a sound. We've got sound. There you go.
Yay!
Boom.
There we are. We're live.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, this is happening again. It wasn't a dream a month ago. Or should have been 2 weeks ago, because but the internet happened and moving and real life and all that crap. But here we are. Hello everyone. Welcome to Duval Dragons episode Dose. It is a pleasure to have all of you here with us. We actually have some really exciting couple new faces to introduce to the insanity. And then I'm sure it will become the beautiful clusterfuck known as Dungeons and Dragons, as per usual. Um, but before we get into our game, I don't think I've got anything in particular housekeeping wise. So why don't we start on at least I think my right. Jess, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Oh yeah, sure. So I'm Jessie, aka FreckleSketches on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook universe. I'm your resident cartographer and character artist. I dabble a little bit in here and there, all things D&D, and I'm excited to be here.
Excited to have you. Maddie, even though it's your damn channel, why don't you go next?
I'm not here. I'm about to turn on a baby voice for my petit fling, and yeah. So anyway, thank you for coming to the channel. But I am playing a halfling tiefling, which I call a petit fling. And he's a sorcerer, warlock, multiclass, so he's a source lock. Petit fling source lock. There we go.
Makes sense to me. And one of our new, beautifully awesome cast members that I'm excited to introduce, Sean, take it away.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that introduction. I'm at No Tweet Sean. I'm one of the admins over at Thread Raiders. You can find me there doing all sorts of random things. Please, well, and Fenway will probably cover this here in just a moment, but please come check out JasperCon here coming up in late August. The amount of days being included keeps expanding, but yes, there will be lots and lots of different events going on. If you haven't checked out Jasper Game Day Twitter, take a look at that because they got all sorts of announcements going on there. You can also find me on Monday nights over at Friends Who Roll Dice as Soup on Mind and the Martyr.
Nice. Yeah, cons are typically supposed to be a weekend thing, and I think JasperCon's like 6 freaking days. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Internet,
might as well just make it like a whole month, like Jasper month.
It's
like,
not a bad thing, you know?
Exactly.
Careful.
Right? Yeah, I know, right?
I don't think we can do that.
Not ready for that voice.
There's no such thing as quitting. There's no quitting in Jasper's. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Anyway,
oh my dear, let's do this. Let's go.
Exactly. And another new member with probably the most amazing way to spell Jeremy. Jeremy, if you wouldn't mind.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm Darth and Trey over on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me here when they're running this game now. This is one of my big things.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to be back. I'm also the storyteller for Savannah by Night over on McStabber Studios every second Sunday of the month. But we may be going to bi-weekly for that as well because the players want to play more. I'll also be playing next weekend at 2 p.m. Eastern on McStabber Studio as Dom Staffier, a satyr, in a Changeling the Dreaming game.
Ooh.
And I'll be playing Devin Carrette, the human scout rogue.
Indeed. He likes to disappear a lot. Can't confirm. And may have made scaffolding in his mind at some point in the nearest past. But
He was disappeared all last episode, so.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Speaking of the devil, quite literally in some cases, why don't you introduce yourself, Chris?
I suppose I can. I'm Chris. You can find me at Chris N on Twitter. I'm playing Satur, the half-orc barbarian. He's a kind of a fun little guy who likes to rage and hold his tongue a little bit too much. We'll see how long that holds, though.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And last but certainly not least, Fenway.
Well, I'm Fenway Jones. You can find me on Twitter as Fenway the Teen DM or at Jasper's Game Day. Also jaspersgameday.com or Jasper's Game Day on Facebook. Just basically look at Jasper's Game Day on any of the social media and you'll find me there. But yes, like Sean said, go ahead, check out Jasper's Con. It'll be August 25th through 30th. See, it's only 5 days, Jacob.
See, tomorrow it'll be 6 probably. So I'm just planning ahead. You know what I mean?
There you go.
We're just going to keep on extending it. That's what
Right.
it is.
Exactly. It's the entire month of August. Next week. Nope, just kidding. So no, awesome to have you. And I just realized I forgot to say hi too. So hi, I'm Jacob. Duval King Jacob on the internet. And I'm going to be your dungeon master for the evening. Duval Master in the intro, which I'm beginning to like more and more the more I say it out loud. It does need about 7 more U's and about 8 more V's, but we'll work on it. It's a first pass. You know what I mean? So let us dive in to the insanity and craziness that happened last time. The world our adventurers reside in the world of Yorohasu, and previously have been essentially employed as peacekeepers amongst the kingdom of Duvalia, which is presided over by King Jacob and Queen Ellen Duvalia. Long may they reign. And Queen Ellen was actually unfortunately kidnapped, and these fine folk, for the most part, saved her life, as well as begin to negotiate a ceasefire between the Kingdom of Duvalia and the kingdom to the south, known as Lobra. Now, a few weeks having passed, things have gotten to be a bit more on the boring side. Save a cat from a tree here, run some escort errands there, until today, where the majority of the folks here were essentially everyone but Horace and Devin that are here with us, were essentially given free reign, a bit of time off, as it were, and made their way or began to make their way into the city. But before doing that, met up with their contact, a green-haired, very large, burly human, fairly large, at least muscular anyway, human known as Sven, and a bit of riffraff, maybe a hold person or two may have come into contact with, which is particularly interesting because magic is not very well known in the Kingdom of Duvalia. As a matter of fact, it is people are particularly afraid of it in a lot of cases. However, joking aside, the party was given a bit of a, I guess you could say, wagon of sorts in which to carry supplies, and made their way into the capital city known as Jacksonville. But before they did that, they were accosted via a trusty flying hand axe into the wagon, nearly missing Satir, I believe, and were introduced to 3 roguish type characters, calling themselves the Clay Nassau Baker Conglomerate, and essentially established themselves as a threat to the peacekeepers, essentially saying, "We know who you for who you really are," which may have come off a bit aggressive, but what they do with that information is up to them, because shortly thereafter, it was time to go and do a little bit of shopping. But I believe, who was it that had the Zakaria, you had in mind to get rid of this hand axe pretty quick, I believe. So you made your way into town and went to the essentially the clanging and banging workshop or weapon and armor shop. And Johnny, this super big dude, essentially made your acquaintance, and you were able to sell it. But also, Satir, you were wondering if your weapons, as you have, I believe, 2 hand axes, if I recall correctly.
I know there be a battle axe, two-handed battle axe. Yes,
that's what it is. Yes, and one of them, if you don't mind sharing the names,
they be Mary and Sue.
Indeed, and Mary, I believe, does have a bit of an enchantment to her. Sue, not so much. And Johnny mentioned that there is this several sets of ore that are rumored to be magical around the world. The one most known and closest by in Friendship Canyon, just to the north outside of the city, and were essentially given that idea that might be a good place to start. But there is a bit of riffraff that is known to be in and around the canyons. So you are essentially advised to be careful, along with a few locations of some other perhaps more powerful, more mysterious, or that might do some more heavy lifting, as it were. So then at that point, doing a bit of a city tour after a quick autograph session, you were all introduced, I suppose everyone but Zakaria, because Zakaria went right to the shop, to Sweet Pete's, this fantastical candy shop wonderland, in which Worth Street now has a large, I believe, burlap sack full of treats of all shapes, sizes, and kinds, lollipops especially, taffy as well for the majority, as well as the actual rival shops, both Blue Boys and the Chic. And then made your way towards Friendship Canyon. And after that, you seem to come across these group of 7 goblins that seem to be having some sort of goblin soccer type scenario, as the 6 of them were all in a circle and then proceeded to kick one to the other and to another and to another. And before really anyone could do much about that, Rilo decided to take it upon itself and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts into the foray, which caused a bit of combat to ensue. During the later portions of this combat, and as one of the goblins was trying to run away, this large hill giant took a large home run type swing, bing, firing that goblin into wherever. So, as you begin to,
it was paste, is what it was.
I believe it was paste as well. Sounds fair. So, after doing battle and killing the hill giant, who was presenting a threat to you as it was trying to throw big ass rocks at you, as well as its great club, that is where we essentially left off. And as we pick things back up, the party was burying, believe, the goblins, and also discussing what the hell to do with this big ass hill giant. So you guys are all together. And where we left off was we were spending the next several hours doing the burial and kind of discussing, holy shit, what the hell just happened? But before we get into the specifics of that, Devin, if you wouldn't mind describing your character for me.
Devin wears a lot of dark colors. Being a rogue and a scout, he tends to try to blend in with the surroundings, but he's got weathered skin because he's been out in the sun for a long time. He's a human male, very tan. He's got a cut over his left eye where he took a blade, and it's almost as if he's blind in the eye because it's kind of milky white. and he's kind of slinking around, coming upon his friends who've done God knows what.
Because, as it turns out, Devin, having received a separate missive, decided to investigate Friendship Canyon on his own, as there were not necessarily rumors, but reports of this weird blue, perhaps arcane energy that was emanating from some piece inside of this canyon. And short as he was attending to do his thing and investigate, there was several loud noises and crashes as about 180 feet behind him were essentially the remainder of his peacemaking party, if you will. So that is where we're going to pick up.
Are we assuming that Horace has been with us the entire time as well?
No. No, Devin was essentially, from this perspective, we'll get into Horace here in a second. Don't you worry. But yes, Devin was on his own, but was not with all of you at the time. But seeing the foray in which you all having been a part of, Devin, you can do what you'd like to do.
So he'll basically make sure to stand up so they can see him, so that they don't like start firing Eldritch blasts at him. He's like, I thought you all had some time off. What are you doing out here?
Digging graves.
Who is that?
Hi.
That's Rilo.
Hi, Devin. That's.
Oh my gosh! And then Dwarfscreet's gonna run up and like push him over.
Oh, God, I forgot you're not used to. No, you don't run and push people over.
That's what Rilo said. That's what Rilo said, that you make friends.
Oh yeah. We gotta talk about that.
Hi, Devin. It's nice to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you too. What? I thought I was the only one they sent out this far.
It's a really long story.
We didn't get out here. We came out here.
We were here looking for a ore or a shell or something. I forgot.
Yeah, we're after going out to clanging and banging, we were sent out here for some specialty steel ore. They said there was some out here in Friendship Canyon, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's the other thing. This is Friendship Canyon, not shoot on sight Canyon.
You know,
That's not a
ready to agree
game.
with you.
That was not a game. I was that soccer ball once. It's not a game.
Rilo was misinterpreting what the goblin game was, and
Not a game.
And why didn't the goblin that got like home run turned into like powder?
Because he attacked.
You guys should
He
have.
attacked. He attacked.
We let him go. We let that one go.
They tried
No,
to.
that's not what I'm saying.
They
The
tried
goblins don't normally come this far forward. It would have been good to ask some questions before maybe you guys and gals and people let him go.
Yeah. I know.
I'm glad somebody with sense is here.
And then the fact that you let him go and he got turned into powder by a giant.
That wasn't our fault.
I'm not saying it's your fault, but we're trying to find peaceful solutions. I mean, we just brokered a deal to try to unite the kingdoms. Things like this are how peace treaties get messed up. I mean, I'm not blaming anyone for it. It was apparently, Rolo has been through some stuff and didn't agree with what was going on. That's all well and good. I was sneaking up to try to diffuse the situation without having to use violence, but you guys were just a little bit faster.
Potato.
It wasn't the best of choices, but it maybe next time we'll not quite jump the gun.
I mean, the giant, yes, that was clear and evident you were in danger. And Rilo, I'm sorry that you understood what that goblin was going through. No one should ever have to go through that.
Yeah. Wilbur is an interesting place. So, anyway.
But I'm not blaming any of you. I mean, the younger me probably would have just filled them all with crossbow bolts. So I get it.
That sounds like fun.
It can be. Maybe I'll teach you sometime, Rilo.
So as you guys continue to bury the corpses, as it were, is there anything, as we mentioned late, as we closed out last session, this is going to be a few hours. Is there anything that you wanted to do as the afternoon continues into early evening?
About how far is it from town, from where we are right now? Like a round trip thing.
Round trip, it would probably take you on foot or via the wagon.
If say one of us took one of the horse off the wagon and rode to town and back for a supply run.
Back to and fro, it'd be about 7-8 hours. It's a few hours by horseback to get out this way. So, depending on, how long it takes you to find what you need, it could be, more like 8.
That maybe before we go much further, we should kind of check supplies, because I think I'm the only one that had a shovel. Do we at least have food for everybody?
Oh, we got food.
We have candy.
But we also have a bunch of sandwiches, and we also got, like, the nachos and the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. We got lots of food from the tavern, and lots of food from the sandwich shops and candy, and I have a bunch of rations.
I think I'm well stocked myself. Push comes to shove, we can go hunting.
I just thought we should check, because
yeah, they kind of sent me with just like a diplomat's pack. Not really stuff for outdoors. Not very outdoorsy.
That's not a problem. We can hunt food. I can hunt food.
I can hunt.
I'm gonna give Rilo a lollipop.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
What color?
Orange.
I love it.
To be fair, I don't think we were expecting to bury anybody today.
Fair enough. Right, I'll take a turn at digging. Let you have a break.
Devin will reach in his backpack and pull out a shovel. I'm going to go make sure that the noise you guys made didn't wake up anything else that we need to be worried about. And Devin will slink off and try to stealth around and make sure that there's no problems.
Sure. Go ahead and give me both a stealth and then perception check right after another, please.
Just a second.
Sure.
Roll 20 locked up.
While he does that,
sure.
Where are we in, like, some sort of like foresty canyony type of area, like a little mix between the two?
Yeah. So you guys traveled up a couple of hours into the canyon, and where you encountered the goblins was this small clearing surrounded by trees, but there is a path up to the north west leading out of it, which is where Devin is heading off to.
So that's a 30 on stealth.
Well, you're in your vampire game now, so that's weird.
And an 11 perception.
Balance.
Yeah.
So, other than the crosswind that is pretty well known for being a bit hefty in this canyon, everything seems to be on the up and up.
Okay, I'll head back to camp.
Okay.
Or to the digging, I should say.
Sure. So, as you all are doing that, Horace, even though you and Devin weren't together, you've also heard this rumor about this strange blue energy that seems to be emanating from somewhere in the canyon, and you definitely seem like you wanted to take a look, but not just out of curiosity. Previously, in your you've had a recent encounter, a frequent visitor, but not typically, at your bedside, but during and when you sleep. A common occurrence, 3, 4, 5, maybe 7, 8 times at this point, as in your dreams you are seated at a table, a large wooden table, with nothing but small candlelight right in the middle, and footsteps approach. And seated right across from you is a very tall, suited man, very kind of leathery, darkened skin, full beard, almost matching yours. Good evening. It is high time that we've met once again. It's been some time since I've checked in, so from what I hear, there's a bit of information that you might have regarding the kingdom.
Well, yes, I believe I do.
Any particular artifacts that you've come to know or learn about at this present time?
Well, that depends how interested you are in such things. I reckon I could get something out of this.
Well, I believe that is why you and I have a bit of a pact.
You could call it that, I suppose. He starts to get a little nervous. Whatever do you mean? What sort of things would have you heard about?
Well, you see, one thing that I've come to learn recently is that some of your friends have made their way into Friendship Canyon. A few different reasons. Yours is a bit different. You see, I mean for you to encounter a particular womanly creature that has something that I want. You'll know what it is when you find it.
Does this womanly creature have a name?
As a matter of fact, she does. You'll probably find her somewhere in the northeastern portion of the canyon. Typically lives on her own with a guest every now and then of a home that is off at the edge of a cliff that is back-ended by this beautiful waterfall. It's actually quite stunning. She typically goes by Laura. but she is not who she seems to be. She doesn't even look how she typically looks on the outside. So, know that it's likely to be a challenging situation. But I take it you'll find a reason. You're smart. That's why that's why we're here.
I appreciate that. You're too kind. You're too kind. I do love that you came straight to me with the information. I am humbled by your presence here. And I have one question for you, though.
Oh, all right.
How do I get out of here?
Well, not to worry. Every once in a while, I can certainly give you a bit of a bump. Kind of reaches across the table, slaps a hand on your shoulder, and your actual form is almost like you're in a cannon, and you're right at the entrance of Friendship Canyon. There's a bit of a whisper. It's not, at this point, it's about early evening. Bit of a whisper in your left ear. Don't take this personal, but it takes a lot of effort for me to do these types of things. So don't ask for too much. It's give and take. And right now, you're doing a lot of giving. Just remember, the collector comes for everyone. And the voice just disappears.
All right, understood. I guess I'd try to get together with my party of friends, see if they're around here somewhere. So he just, now that he's just suddenly from sleep, is like in the middle of this canyon, he's like, okay, guess I'm gonna try and find my friends now.
Perfect. So it's not a fun trek on foot, but eventually you do come across the very familiar peacekeeper troop that you've grown to know over the last few weeks.
Okay. Is this while they're burying folks?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And one thing, Maddie, if you wouldn't mind, just in case Sean and Jeremy didn't get a chance to check it out, would you mind describing your character?
Oh, sure. I am short, very orange, just head to toe, all orange. Except for my horns, they're purple. And, yeah, I don't know, I'm a very, plain-looking petitfling. Because I think all petitflings are orange. I don't know that for a fact. I've never met another one. But, yeah.
Okay.
Not a whole lot to describe. Yeah.
And Devin, you, with your ridiculous stealth check, are you announcing your presence or are you doing what you do?
Oh, you're muted.
He's doing what he's doing because he's still not completely sure that they're safe. He would rather have the drop on somebody that was going to attack them.
Sure.
I'm gonna walk just right in the middle of them.
Okay, cool.
If they let me.
So, you all hearing footsteps coming from the south as a very familiar dwarven presence makes himself known.
Halt, who? Horace.
You see his like half plate coming up. He kind of like chinks and clinks a little bit. Yeah, as he moves along. You see his familiar bright yellow eyes and his dark black beard braided. down with silver streaks and his large bag of books on his back as he just waltzes right up to you. Oh, so nice to see some friends. I haven't seen y'all in quite a while.
We can say the same.
Oi, hey Horace, how are you?
I'm doing fine, Sator. Did you get bigger since the last time I saw you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the cook was feeling pretty good this over the last couple of days, but I don't think I got bigger. Maybe a little.
Well, you could have fooled me. Now, hold on a moment. It appears that we have some new blood.
Nothing here.
Well, come on over here. You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm harmless.
As
His
soon as
eyes kind of like light up a bit when he says that.
As soon as Worst Greet notices Horace, I'm going to end up doing my typical
Okay.
thing. So
Sure.
I'm just gonna like run up to you, and like there's this huge grin on my face, and I just shove you over.
Just like falls right over, just falls on his back. Oh,
Horace!
I don't miss that. Oh, okay. Hi. Good to see you. Help me up.
And I like pick him up and put him on his feet.
Great.
Oh, thank you. He just kind of dusts himself off.
And I think at that point, that's when Devin actually shows himself.
Okay. Perfect. Right in the middle of everything. What do you say?
I thought we established that wasn't how you greet people.
Oh, good, Devin, you are here. All right. Well, I guess we're complete then. Now, I don't think I've seen a person like you before. My name's Horace. He kind of stretches out his like large, wide hand.
Yes. Hi, I'm Rilo. Yeah, you're a little known a bit.
I'm gonna hand Horace a orange lollipop and say, "Give this to him, then he'll like you, or then they'll like you."
Well, it's nice to meet you, Rilo. He hands over the lollipop.
Oh boy, thank you. I'm okay. You're okay. If these people like you, you must be good.
Well, you're welcome to make that assessment for yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that answer. I appreciate
Awesome.
that. Yeah.
It's my pleasure indeed. Now, what are y'all doing around here?
We're burying some goblins.
Oh my.
I don't know about the giant though. I don't think we can bury a giant.
I vote. Go ahead. Stu.
I believe we were going to let it feed the local wildlife.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We can cut it into bait. We can cut it into bait for future hunting.
Oh, how macabre. All right. I guess I'll leave you to that.
Devin just kind of looked at the car. He's like, I had no idea you were so cruel. I mean, that's normally something like someone like me would say. I would never expected someone of your holiness to think like that.
Holiness is, I guess, relative.
It is. It really is.
The tour goes back to shoveling. You guys are a bunch of interesting people.
Speak for yourself.
So, Satira, as you go back to shoveling, I want you to make a perception check for me.
Oh, sure.
So, I know why they're here, Horace. What brings you out here?
23.
I'm still a
3.
bit confused.
Okay. So, actually, I'm gonna whisper you. Y'all continue.
Oh,
mean,
boy. Okay.
I got sent out here because there were supposedly some disturbances, and I wasn't expecting for everybody else to be out here. Yeah, I thought you were all on break, but they showed up and killed the goblins and the giant, and now you're here. I mean,
Oh, so you did kill him. I thought perhaps we'd somehow become a burial crew or something.
oh no, they massacred them.
We're here remedying mistakes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know about massacre. That feels...
We fixed the problem.
Yeah,
Was it a problem?
totally.
The second one was.
Right.
I'll agree to the second one. And he'll reach under his cloak and he'll pull out an apple and hold it toward Rilo.
Okay.
Well, I saw everyone else giving you food, and this'll put some more muscle on you. I mean, not that you need more, but I mean, carry stuff like Horace there.
What is this?
It's an apple.
What's an apple?
It's a fruit. It grows on a tree, and it helps keep you healthy. It actually keeps the clerics away.
Oh. Well, you know, if you're born from like some weird like thing with like a god, and then you make a pact with a celestial, you don't need a cleric.
I'll message you on Discord, by the way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I got it.
That's one way to do things.
I don't know.
Well, it all.
Well, aren't you the cheeky one? I like him. Yeah.
Grown on trees, huh?
Yeah, so Sitar stops shoveling for a minute and sets his shovel in the dirt and kind of looks up.
What?
Satur, what's up?
Is that a really big bird? Or is it just really far away?
As Satur points to the skies, all of your vision goes towards the northwest path that is essentially your exit from this current clearing. And at the end of this path, about 1,200 feet from where you are, you see this enormous, almost redwood-like tree. And that's perfectly fine until you start to see this large avian face, beak, and these large outstretched wings, bigger than you've ever seen, like 30 times Wurskreet, essentially, maybe larger, as this very incredibly large avian creature and begins to hover up above the tree and then begins to look towards all of your direction.
That could be a problem.
We're in a rather large clearing. Can we move to the trees as swiftly as possible?
I think we found a way to get rid of the giant.
Maybe if we...
Totes.
And it begins to kind of like almost like hover hop around this tree to the backside of the tree itself. You can just barely hear, but it is so large you can almost just imagine the sound of the force wind coming off of that wingspan. What are you guys doing?
Devin is going to move to the side of the canyon and try to find places to hide.
Okay. I think you can keep your ridiculous stealth check. What about the rest of you? Because there is a large, like, around the outskirts of that clearing, there are not anywhere near the size of the tree in the back. There is about 8 trees total around this clearing.
Just like 8 trees, not like a forest at all nearby, and like just like 8 trees.
Oh no, it can. There's not like an additional like walking path. It's like a cluster.
Oh, okay.
It's a
yeah.
cluster, all right.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a
we're
cluster,
gonna-
all right.
gonna-
So yeah, you
gonna
probably
run.
wouldn't be able to get. And the reason why I mentioned that is you've got this big ass wagon, and so you probably wouldn't be able to get it past a lot of that.
The
So
wagon, right? I'm not thinking about the wagon. I'm pooping myself and running towards the trees.
you do something a little bit. Need to switch this to something a little bit more appropriate. There we go.
Rollo, can you run fast?
Just
Ah!
You hesitate, he grabs you.
Do you resist?
no.
Okay.
He just starts going with him.
Okay. And
I mean, why not?
as this large avian creature begins to make its way towards all of you, I would and actually let me check its fly speed first.
Probably really fast.
I mean, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
We're gonna die.
I would like for all of you, as you guys are making your way into the trees to try to hide yourselves, to make a stealth check.
I don't want to hide.
Okay.
I would like to fly up to it
Okay. Great.
and sit on top of it.
So you're gonna fly towards this large avian creature.
Well, I'm gonna fly like around it, so like come in on a horizontal instead of a vertical, and then go on top of it.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the rest of you make a stealth check.
23.
Stupid.
Is that all? I could beat that.
That's not even fair. I got an
I
18.
wrote it. 24.
Damn.
Ooh.
So two are like, yap, yap.
I got 16.
Okay, 16.
As I hide in the arms of the dwarf.
just like if I don't move, nothing can see me.
Right.
Under the beard.
Rolled a
Under the beard.
I know, I'm like totally hiding into the beard, like.
As a
Only
shadow-
Horace has an orange streak.
Yeah.
as a
So
shadow monk. Oh, sorry.
what's your speed when you're flying?
60.
Okay. So as you guys all spin around the seat and you actually see Orskreek take flight off towards this large, and as Cyrus mentioned, it is a rock. This is probably great. As this, and you've never seen anything quite this large. It is ginormous. And it is careening, and you can tell from your flight speed, it is about 4 times as fast as you. So you are on essentially a colliding like type of scenario at this point.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace on my way there?
Oh, interesting. Yes, you sure can. And then go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, this is probably a good idea. I'll just leave it there.
20.
20. Okay. So, based off of this wingspan, you're trying to be either right on top, right to the left, or right to the right of it.
Like in the middle.
Right in the middle. Okay.
Like behind the head.
So, and like it's just like gliding at this point. But you look at its eyes, and these very sharp looking, like the outer irises, you can see as you get closer, are red. And like with like dark black, middles. And you see as it's making its way towards you, you see its eyes bank right towards you. Fortunately, it rolled a 23. So it's banking right towards you. You're about, at this point, based off of your speed, and so we'll say, actually, why don't we roll initiative?
What? Oh.
Okay. Rainbow die. There we go.
I
But-
disagree with
but
this
worst-
idea.
But worst case, I'll say that even as initiative goes, you still get one round to do something before actual initiative will kick off. But it did notice you. Looking at its eyes, you can tell that it did notice you. So there's that. And before I get everyone's initiative totals, let's actually do this. So what did you roll for initiative for Screet?
11.
11. Okay. So, so what would you like to do, as it is essentially going right towards you?
Do I get one action or one turn?
You're gonna get an entire turn
Okay.
before
Sounds
initiative will kick off.
Okay, so I am going to use another one of my Shadow Monk features, and I'm going to cast Darkness centered on the rock's head.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, from there, since I'm sitting on top, do I still approximately know where it is?
So I'd say that from an aspect of where you centered the spell, that you'd probably have a general idea. It's a big dude, so it's
Okay.
not difficult. You would still, depending on what you're trying to do, you'd still have, disadvantage of sorts, but based off of what you're trying to do. But is that a save for the rock, or is it just a thing that happens?
No, it's just a thing that happens. It's
Okay.
magical darkness, and it can't see anymore.
All right.
Consider blind sight or tremor sense.
Okay.
Also,
And it's a 15-foot radius. Okay.
yes. And as a bonus action, I want to continue flying at it and
Okay.
hopefully just fly into it and use that as my bonus action headbutt.
Oh. Okay. Phenomenal. Okay. So, and you all see that large avian rock. This just is a rock. Let's just keep it simple. As this rock, let me actually switch because we are in to some shit now, my dudes and fams and stuff. There we go. Okay, cool. So, there we are. Spin up a little bit. So, and then you see, you actually still see the rest of you that are still in the clearing. You see Warscreen and the rock on this colliding thing, and maybe you're like, oh, this isn't like Horace mentioned. I don't like this, and then it just disappears in this inky darkness. And then Warscreen, you go to headbutt, which I believe is at advantage because it no longer sees you.
Yay!
Yeah, and it's a gargantuan-sized creature, so it's still like the back half of its talons are still exposed, but based off of where you plugged it, the spell, it's still mostly,
Fantastic. Does a 25 hit?
Yes, it does.
Because I'm a sea bass.
I would sure heckin' hope so.
Right? Sure, heckin'. I love how we just everyone's Southern now. Like, so is it like Paddock is just Southern accent? Is that the way he's supposed to be?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, we got.
I'm about it. All right, go ahead and roll damage.
12
And you
damage.
just
12 bludgeoning damage.
all right, and I'll say, let's see. I'm assuming you were aiming right for its grill, if you will. All right, so that's phenomenal. So 12 points of damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so oh man, insanity. So yeah, as you all see Worsky disappear into the darkness, and that's all the rest of you can see. But about a moment after that, you hear a sickening cry coming from the rock, as you assume something hopefully good happened. And then the rock will also take a response of that. And just you and Worsky, you just hear it kind of wail, and you actually see it begin, and you hear before anything else this sudden wind as it's trying to eviscerate you with beak and talon, but of course it's at disadvantage. So let's see what we have here. Yep, beak and 1 talon attack. So, but we'll see what happens. That's really good. That's a 27 to hit.
Yes.
Is it at disadvantage because it's in darkness?
Yes. I rolled a 13 and a nat 19. Rocks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is not going to be fun.
No, it'll be really fun.
But a loss. There
It's
we
a
are.
big bird.
TPKs are super fun.
Oh god, and I rolled pretty good too. I'm really sorry.
That's what I get for trying to do something stupid.
It was
No,
really
you
awesome.
did something really cool.
You did something really cool. So that's going to be 22 points of piercing damage as you suddenly hear its roar, and then it clamps down on your wing and begins to pull, and you begin to feel the familiar spreading of crimson, and your shoulder is practically eviscerated. You almost begin to fall a little bit, and then it's going to, as you kind of react to that, it's going to try to reach out with its talon. Yeah, that's Jesus, 25 to hit. These guys are they're no joke, fam.
Oh no.
Oh, disadvantage, misadvantage.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see you. Whack.
I mean, 11. So that's 23 slashing damage, and unfortunately, the talons grab a hold of you, and you are considered grappled.
I'm also considered unconscious.
Oh, great! So,
Okay. We can fix this.
So, and you hear the screams of Worsky coming from within the darkness.
Well, it's not dark anymore.
Right, because concentration, right? So you went from super concerned to fuck. So, not really any way to sugarcoat it. Okay, so, 25 through 20.
21.
21. Okay. Horace is bringing it up. It was a really good idea too. If only it had not seen you, it would have been perfect. But the loss. And actually, now that I think about it, Pass Without a Trace would have gone away, right? Because that's a concentration spell anyway. So, I think. So, Horace, you're up first. 23-15?
17.
19.
19. So that is Zachria. Okay. Woo woo. So that is that. Then 15 through 10.
I got him at 11.
11 for Worst Screech. Okay. Anyway, yikes. How the heck did the rogue not roll high? What is happening, Devin?
I can sneak. I can sneak. I rolled a 7. I was so terrified at what happened to Worskreet. I'm
You
like,
just
shook.
freaked out. Yeah, no worries.
Froze.
Literally froze, right? Oh, since I didn't see you rolled a 17, so that's you're actually up right behind Horace, I think. So that's good. Actually, no, Zachria is before you. That's good. So it's here. Don't worry, I'm terrified too, guys.
You're
Let's see.
not.
I got him.
He's terrified of killing us all. I'm last with a 5.
Yep, you are indeed.
The beard's hiding your initiative.
Yes.
All right, so let's see. Rella, Worst Creep. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. Nope, I got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, is that right? Okay, cool. Yeah, Horace, Zachria, Satura, Bad Guy, Worst Creep, Rilo. Nope, I put Devin. That's what it was. Okay.
I have the wrong
There we
over
go.
there.
Yeah, Devin's right before Rilo. Okay, so Horace, the darkness dismisses, and
I see that Worskreet is unconscious.
Lip
So is
form.
Worskreet falling or
No,
Nope.
I'm being grappled.
Nope, right
Crap.
right inside the talon.
okay? Okay. Here's
Take
what
us
I'm
in that direction. I can help her.
Okay. He will go. Yeah, he'll go toward it. And he'll kind of look at like the hiding place that he was thinking about. He'll look at Worskreet and goes,
Perfect.
He's gonna cast Minor Illusion to create
Okay.
a scream over by the dead bodies.
A screen over by the carcass of the giant.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So it's just not there. You said when you say screen, like is it just like it's
scream.
not?
A scream sound.
Oh, I heard screen. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Make
So
you
and
want to
just
scream. Make you want to scream.
okay. Let's see. Let's just for funsies. Okay, cool. So and you just hear go over towards you. Seem to have an effect. It is about at this point, based off of Worskreet, it's kind of hand wavy here, distance wise, but I'll say it's about 180 feet away from where you guys are at this point, based off of where the collision happened and Worskreet's movement, and the fact that rocks are motherfucking fast. So,
All right. So that'll be my action. Then I will move toward it as my move, and I think that's going to be it for me.
okay. Zachria.
Zachria is gonna see. She sees the rock, and with her nomadic history, would she know that this is Bad News Bears off the bat?
Off the bat, no doubt about it.
All right, neat. So she's gonna see Worskreet falling, and immediately go, "Somebody catch her! We need to go immediately. We need to get
Well,
to a place."
she's still grappled.
Yeah,
She's just
she's
limp
grappled.
in the grasp.
Okay.
She's just limp in the grasp.
We need to get her either out of there, or she's dead, or we need to get into the canyon immediately. And Zachria is gonna start looking toward the people that might have ranged things. And let me see, because I don't have a lot of range. She's gonna cast Bless on as many people as she can.
Okay, I believe that's up to 3 creatures. So
Yes.
choose your adventure.
So that would be.
And while you're doing that, I just wanted to say that I do not appreciate the puns in the chat right now.
More puns!
Zakira, I would suggest yourself, Horace. Well, either Horace, Satur, and Rilo, or yourself, because I've veered off from you guys as soon as I saw this thing. I went and hid, so you have no idea where I'm at.
Okay, so as she's passing them by to try to get to the cart, she's gonna literally just pat Sator, Rilo, and Horace as she goes.
Okay.
And you have
Cool.
all been blessed. That's a
Blessed.
D4 to
Attacks and saving throws.
yeah. And
Hashtag blessed. Right. Oh, Festive Pelican, you are killing me. All right, so absolutely destroying me right now. Okay, so Zakaria, are you using all your movement to get closer?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Satir.
So it's over 120 feet away. Well, that was
Yeah,
the wrong accent.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
horrible. So I'm at disadvantage for everything. I will move my 40 feet and hold an attack action.
Okay. In case
As soon as I come within range of it comes within range of me.
Okay. Good
And
to know.
that
Which is
range would be,
120?
Yeah, within 120 for the javelin.
Okay. At disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Alrighty then. No big deal. Bad guy next. So, hearing the minor illusion, it's going to use. It's actually, got half of dinner, in one talon, but needs a little bit more sustenance. As a small Aarakocra just doesn't quite do it for dinner. You know what I mean?
I don't want that. There's a tall giant over there.
About to find out. So it's going to actually dash and use. Actually, not quite. It's going to use all of its 120 feet worth of flight because fucking A. It is about 40 feet off the ground or so, but I'm kind of hand waving here, no big deal. So this would absolutely meet your disadvantage. I even argue, Satir, that it will, using all of its movement, it'll get close enough for you to hit it without a penalty. So if you want to give it a whirl.
So that's 2 javelins. Let's see. Yeah, they both 11 and 11 and 9. So no, I'm gonna guess they both miss.
11 is the highest.
11's the lowest. Yeah, 11's
Oh.
low, and then 9 is a low for both attacks.
Oh, that hurts. So yeah, you try to kind of grab its underbelly with your javelins, and you just hit like a carapace off the wing. Ping, ping. No dice. Unfortunately. But yeah, so yeah, it's essentially beginning to make its way down to the surface and begin to dive bomb into the sound, and seeing this large giant carcass sounds bloody good to me. Worst greed. Make a death saving throw. Worst greed.
Oh, I got a 15. We're good.
All right, success.
Yes.
That is your turn. Not bad. Devin.
Is it? You said it's heading toward the carcass.
Yep.
I am going to hold my action, and when it gets to the carcass to pick it up, I'm going to unload my crossbows into it.
Okay. Great. Anything you want to do with your bonus D, or are you just gonna chill?
I'm just gonna chill and stay hidden where I'm at because I
Okay.
want the sneak attack.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Rilo.
Okay. So how far is it?
So at this point, it's about 50-ish feet at this point, a little bit more, about 55, because it's getting ready. It's such a closing distance. Actually, no, that's not fair. Yes, it's around there.
Okay, so okay. I'm gonna yeah. How far up is it? Like from in the sky? Is
40 feet.
40 feet up. Okay, that. Oh, we're good. Okay. I am going to. First, with my main action, I'm going to Misty Step out of Horse's arms.
Okay.
30 feet towards the rock.
All right.
And, oh no, that's my bonus action. Crap.
You want to do something else instead?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I want my bonus action. I need my bonus action because...
So, Horace, you see the silvery mist, and you're like, "Oh, I guess he's about to disappear." Nope, he's still there. What the hell just happened?
I'm just gonna squirm out and then run, in that direction. But as I'm running, I'm gonna use my bonus action, to use my last healing light, and I can heal one creature that I can see within 60 feet. So I will use that last D6 on worst creeps.
Okay.
To bring that to 4 hit points.
Okay.
And
awake.
And as I'm running in that direction, there's still gonna be 40 feet up, so I can't do that. But I have my main. I'll just blast the rock.
Okay. Go for it.
Because, yeah, you're a punk.
You're a punk.
You're a punk ass. Oh! Thank you, Zyner.
Thanks, Anner.
Nice.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20 and a 17, so... so
17 to hit? Hits.
Well, the 17 plus whatever my plus is +8, so
Okay,
25.
yep.
Yeah.
I believe that still hits.
So it's the full die plus a regular die roll for the natural 20 plus the bonus.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Cool. So
Do auto max damage on the die plus whatever you roll.
that's 30 points of force damage.
Oh, whew, okay. Not bad at all.
Pew, pew.
Okay. Pew pew, literally. Okay, cool. So, okay, cool. So, I'll resolve that in a second, Mr. Shone. So, so the as it begins to dive bomb, you cast. What does healing light look like?
Oh, healing light? It's I don't know what it looks like. I never really thought about it. I would say that it probably looks like
Orange.
a big orange hug.
I love it.
So, Orskreet, you are, nothing but darkness, and suddenly this big, warm, orange light, in the form of a lollipop, is both given to you, and then you just feel like the warm embrace of your new petiefling friend. And as in your mind, you're pushed back, and your eyes open up, and you are up and you're used to being off of the ground, but typically under your own power as you are being squeezed in the talons of this rock. And you feel this as the shaking of the rock being hit by this Eldritch Blast is not doing does not enjoy that. Let's see. Make sure I got this right. Okay, cool. So you are alive for now.
Now you know what it feels like to be me, you big, dumb, ugly beast.
Yeah.
Won't use the word dumb and bird in the same sentence.
I said beast.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It sounded like you perfectly avoided using the word bird. You beast.
Yeah. Horace, you're up.
All right. How close am I to this thing?
At this point, it's so from where you were, you're still clustered together. Everyone's about 50-ish feet or so.
How close am I to its target, the giant?
To the giant. From where you would be, where the trees are, about 30 feet, maybe a little less, maybe 25.
I will go there.
Okay. To your minor illusion.
Yes, exactly. To where I know it's going to be.
Right.
I will ready in action to attack its leg that is holding Worscrete.
Okay, so you're assuming that it dive bombs it because it's essentially in the middle of a dive bomb as it's going down to this, and so your plan is to, as it makes contact, to do your thing.
Yep.
Okay, great. So that's your action held. Any bonusy thing you want to do before that?
Yes. As a bonus action, I will cast Spirit Shroud.
I don't even know what that is.
So what you see are several evil spirits just erupt from him. He'll breathe out from his beard kind of a smoke. And these shadowy, smoky beings form into dwarves. Their eyes glow and they have axes just like his.
Okay.
And he readies for the rock to come, and he says, "Time to chop us down a tree, boys."
and very clearly, as Aragorn of Arathorn in the voice of Horace Greeneye, surrounded by these spectral creatures, and readies for a quick business meeting with a rock. That's a pretty good turn, if I do say so myself. Speaking of pretty good turns, Zachariah.
Okay. So,
Oh, I didn't know I had Pike in my game.
she sees it's close now. That's terrifying.
Oh,
But she stands her ground, and originally she was going to start pulling the cart through into the canyon where it can't land, where it's too narrow for it to go. But now that she sees it up close and personal, she's going to hesitate, fine, whip out her pole arm and take a sprint to it.
Okay.
And as she swings, she's going to try and cast Ensnaring Strike.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Okay. It's got to succeed a strength save. I know it's big, but let's see what happens.
You never know. It's got advantage on its save, I believe, looking at this. So yeah, as you begin to toss this out from your hands, this green glow as these emanates and around the polearm, a writhing mass of thorny vines. And let's see what you never know. Oh yeah, my dice is really mean right now, y'all. I'm really sorry. Yeah, that's a thing. Where'd you go, Stat Block? Yeah, that's like a million.
Of course.
He's a big boy. Yeah, that's like a 28. It's not 19.
Of course.
But so just kind of because in the snare and just the wingspan is just too large, and the spell dissipates.
Okay. Does she, since it's off of her polearm, does she hit with a 16?
So he's not 10 feet up. He's still about 30, 40 feet up still.
Okay.
So I was kind of, I figured in staring, it's a stealth thing. Well, since I did that, yeah, sure. You know what?
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. So it hits with a 16.
Yeah.
And then
Cool.
the-
I figured it was a ranged thingy that I didn't read the whole spell in time. But no worries. Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage. But next time I'll keep
not
that
so
in mind.
That is a 8 damage. 8
Ooh,
slashing.
okay. 8 to the slashing. Got it. So yeah, kind of rake its underbelly, and it just begins to does not enjoy being up close and personal. Okie dokie. So that is your turn as it's beginning to make its way. So Zakaria, you're kind of right up in the grill of right next to the giant carcass. Just as a heads up. But
Yeah.
Satur, it's your turn.
So how close is it to me as far as distance wise?
So since I kind of hand wave the distance, we'll say it's up close and personal. It's a big girl, boy, etc.
As my friend is in danger, I will start to be very angry, and you'll see the glow of blue start to roll up my body, and I will start to. My bonus action will be to rage.
Hey, rage! Also, Horace, since I hand waved the distance, I think that'll trigger your slashy thingy that you wanted to do.
Oh, as it.
Yeah. Since I didn't read the full spell, and 'cause I thought it was ranged, and so I let Zakaria do essentially what would have been, self, at least 10 feet away. I'll say that you can do it, and so you and Satir will go at this. We'll do the thing.
Okay. Well, I'll let Satur go.
Yeah. Okay. Just letting you know. Do your thing, Satir.
So as the blue rage is there, the electric bounce is in properties now. And I'll look down, I'll grab Sue or Mary, and I'll go, Mary, it's time to work. And I'll swing the big
Swingity
old-
swang. Cool. Go for it.
And first hit is a 24.
Oh yeah.
Second hit is a 21.
Oh yeah.
Both
Def.
are two-handed versatile, so we'll have a first roll is a 6, second roll is a 12, so that's 18, and then I need to do for the storm aura, which is a d6. I need a DC check of 13, please.
Oh, okay. For what type of saving throw is it?
Dex.
Dex. Well, I'm happy to tell you that I rolled a natural 1.
Yay!
It was about time.
So that means a total of 24 points of damage with the
Okay.
my max roll of my rage.
Okie dokie dokie. And then so what does that Dex save failing do?
That's the electric bounce off of me from the blue aura.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure,
it's-
perfect. Perfect. So
From
yeah,
the
it's just
storm
awesome.
You got
I
the
love
zapped.
it. It's so fantastic. Okay. Woo.
So 2 large swings, it's Mary, and then the big old zap.
Got it. So yeah, so you all see this electric energy emanate from Satir and begin to almost wrap around the body of the rock, and almost like a lightning strike. Did not enjoy that at all. So thanks for that. Anything else? Staying where you are.
I'll retreat back to cover the my my friend Horace and be there as an extra body.
Okay, got it. Not enough to get away from its range because it's
Correct.
got a big ass range anyway. So that's okay. Bad guy's turn.
Ooh, can I hit it first?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Which C is right as it comes down to sweep in and get the giant carcass. The shadows all like kind of. If you've ever played Mortal Kombat, Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah.
Kind of feel it's like boom, boom, boom. They like force his axe forward, and he hits at the leg. That is with the bless, a 20 and a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, both of them.
Okay. So damage. I'm just gonna total this. Is gonna be, and then because of the spirit, 37.
Okay.
Slashing damage.
So yeah, you guys are getting to do
Focusing
a lot
on
of
the leg.
lot of smackdown. Literally the smackdown. I see you, chat. Let's
He says,
see.
"What?
Go ahead.
Go!"
So yeah, so just you guys are beginning to just almost at this point surround it and begin to hack at its underneath, almost like the talons up against like its large, insanely big leg. Starting to show some pretty decent wear and tear. So yeah, so now it's got to decide what it wants to do because, man, y'all like are so rude. Just wants to have dinner. Like, come on, man. So
I'm still playing dead, by the way.
okay, good to know. So considering the situation, that's fine. Plus, there are some additional threats. Cyrus, you kill me. There's some additional threats happening anyway. Let's see. Considering Satir, Zakaria, and Horus are up close and personal. Who is the biggest threat? I'm gonna say, considering those big ass battle axes, Satir is going to take its beak. Gotta take a shot at you. Okay. Let's see. It's so funny because even when I real low, it's a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. You take. Boop, doop, doo. Let's see what we have here. 27 points of piercing damage as
Half.
the beak. Oh yeah, because yeah, it's a magical rock. No, I'm just kidding. So as it wraps around your shoulder and presses down and tries to tear you essentially in half. Doesn't feel great, but you're really fucking angry, so it's probably all right. And because it's using its talon right now, it does not have the ability to use its second attack. So
27 total.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, down to 13. So considering the situation that it's in, it's and the lunch that you guys are essentially dinner that you guys are guarding, it's going to try to pop up away. However, the only one that still has a reaction, I believe. Actually, no, Zakaria, you still have one. The only one that wouldn't be able to attack it, I think, is Horus, if my memory is accurate. So
I used the reaction, I don't think.
you use a reaction to swing. Just now.
That was
No, it's just a
action.
readied action. It's just a readied action.
You have to use a reaction to do that, though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, to use a readied action, you have to use a reaction to do it. 5e weirdness. But Satir and Zakaria, if you wanted to, on the way out, you can certainly do that. But it does have a pretend dead Orscreet in its talons still.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah, I'm
close
gonna-
enough to grab Werescreet? Since I just got attacked?
Ooh, interesting.
For me, at least.
Typically, your reaction can only swing, though. It's a bit much, I believe.
Okay. Figured I'd ask.
Yeah, no worries.
Tell me it's no.
Right, no worries.
Attack the talon or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say, you can certainly do that for sure.
I'll take a shot at the old pod and see if I can't knock Werescreet away.
I love it.
With bless, since I forgot to add it for all my other throws, that makes a 23.
Oh, yeah.
And
Roll that damage. Zakaria, you as well.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah, that was 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And then 10 damage.
Okay. So 10 damage. And Satir, how much was yours?
I'm looking to see if my storm aura hits again with, or if it's just during my action. Looks like it's just during my action. So that would be 10 damage.
10 damage. So 20 damage. Okay. Whew. Okay. And yeah, because you both, I'm assuming both are trying to go after its grill, so to speak. So I'm going to have it see if it can still hold on to you, considering it is strong. So we'll see what happens. Ooh. I tell you what, Warscreet, give me a strength check for me. Or actually, you're a monk. Seeing your friends try to essentially eviscerate the talon that is encircling you, it loosens up a little bit. And I'm gonna say, give me an athletics check, actually.
Okay. That's a 10.
That's a 10. Okay. Unfortunately, that's not going to be it. So, you all see it begin to rise up, and it is going to get pretty high up off the ground. Fortunately, there is some tree cover on the other side, but it's going to use all of its movement to GTFO and begin to head towards its home, which was the tree.
Okay.
Does that mean it's my...
It does.
Okay.
This should be interesting. So you are now, as you're trying to force your way out, and as it takes flight, 120 feet of movement towards this tree, what would you like to do?
Okay, so am I in a position where I can move at least a tiny bit?
So
Can I put my forehead against its ankle?
yeah, sure.
Okay. I have a circlet of blasting.
Yes.
I put my forehead against its ankle and use my charges in my circlet.
Okay. Holy shit. I love it. Let's see what happens. So, bink. Yeah. Let's see. Let me pull this bad boy up.
I didn't know we were having baked chicken.
Easy.
Right?
Easy. That's an insult to rocks everywhere. No, oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, you essentially are you guys the visual's fantastic. So the rock actually begins to leave, and you all kind of have this inner panic, and then you start to see these multicolored rays appear, begin to out from Warscreet's forehead as
Up against the rocks.
Yep.
or Rock's angle.
Yep. Using your so essentially you're headbutting again, but in this case you're casting Scorching Ray.
Yes.
So yeah, I love it. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
First Street, no like being taken.
Yeah, so it's three rays. So
Yeah.
3 attacks.
Yes. So my lowest is 14.
Okay. So that one misses. What were the other 2?
16 and 17.
Okay, they both hit.
Is anyone smelling cooked chicken?
Boo! Downvote repost.
That's 15 fire damage.
15 fire damage. So you guys all see these red rays, and the actual like upper portion of the talon and claw begin to actually ignite, and you just hear it, and suddenly, Rose Creek, you are in the air. But,
Okay. Can I? Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, but you got them
I was
wings.
gonna say, I have wings. Also, I still have a bonus action. Can I use my bonus action to double hit it and try and cut off its talon? Because I have talons.
So yeah, as it's beginning to, as the flame ignites the talon, and you actually see the actual like feathers molt and almost like melt into the skin. You want to return its kindness with yours. Go for it.
Okay, my lowest is a 16, and then a 19.
What 2?
What?
Oh, you floor it like. Is that just? Wasn't it just one?
I'm bonus actioning, and using a key point to flurry of blows.
But you can only do that if you're using the attack action. You use the circlet for your action.
Yes, that's
So yeah. So we'll.
so only one, but both hit, correct?
Yes, only one hits, and they would have hit, so you're fine. So yeah, just one.
10 damage.
Tender damage. Okay, so not quite enough for it to eviscerate, but it is very upset, and it does not want none of you. So yeah, so it's beginning to fly away from you. You can use your movement to chase after it. You can UTFO.
I have 4 hit points. I'm going back down.
You're like, that was fun.
I'm out.
And yeah, suddenly we're in an episode of Shark Tank. I'm out. Okay, so yeah, so it begins to fly back to its home. Man, y'all did a shit ton of damage to this thing. But anything else that you guys wanted to do?
I am running straight wherever Worst Street comes. I'm heading in that direction. I want to go pat her on the back and heal her.
Okay, great. So as the bad guy begins to leave and Devin and Rallo's turn comes, we'll say for the purposes of this that we are now out of initiative, as you all see the rock begin to essentially bury itself into this large tree and make its way back into its area of sorts, perhaps nest.
Okay. Horace is going to take the broom off of his back and fly, scooping up Rilo and bringing him right to Worst Creek.
Okay.
Oh, this is really weird, man. You keep picking me up.
Well, you got the healing ability. You know, I gotta take you where you're needed.
Right.
He like shoves you out in front of him. It's like wind.
Your hair is no longer, it's like in all different directions.
Of course.
Okay. I am going to cast Cure Wounds. The second level.
Okay. Roll that damage.
Anti-damage.
It's more hugs.
It's healing damage.
Okay, ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. What is my bonus? +5? Oh, damn. Okay, that's 20 hit points.
Yeah. Close to this.
Oh, it's because it's charisma, you know, because I'm a divine soul sorcerer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that divine soul is evil, but that doesn't matter. The healing's still good.
Yeah, it still works.
Yeah.
So Risk Reed, as you one more time, that orange hug and push. Feels pretty good.
Now, does anybody have any web?
Web?
Can we cover up the hole of the tree and set the tree on fire?
Oh.
That's
What?
No, that's fair. I suppose.
Wow.
you guys are up in the air, so I'm gonna look over and go. So here, are we chasing after the rock? Devin, are we going into the?
So first of all, we have to work on tactics. Where Screet, while that was extremely brave.
Well, remember they're up in the air. We can't talk to them.
That's right.
Oh no, they've
Everybody's
together
we came
now.
back by now.
Yeah.
While it was brave, it was also very foolish. Horace, that was probably the most clever thing I've seen you do in a while, to put the voice over by the body. In a situation like that, next time when one of ours is in trouble, we need to bring whatever has our comrade to us so that we can all work together.
I was a bit hesitant to do that, I will admit. But you're right.
We probably shouldn't have fought the thing in the first place.
The best thing would have been to just hide.
Well, sure, but stuff happened, and am I the only person that can heal in this group?
I was just about to ask who else is injured.
I've got a potion.
Okay, that's good to know. Cool. No, I mean, I'm fine. This is generally, my thing, it's the only reason people usually keep me around anyway.
Not only your thing.
You're a holy fighter, so, you can...
So Tor just kind of brushes his shoulder off and goes, it'll be fine. It just adds to the scar.
The bone is like exposed.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's a flesh wound.
Oh my god, what happened to you?
Zakria is going to pat your uninjured shoulder and lay on hands. So you get all 25 of her points.
That feels wonderful. You didn't need to do it. You didn't need it. But thank you.
I never need to, but we are comrades at this point. Having anybody injured is ill-advised.
And you only needed to do 14, but...
Noted. I imagine it would cap.
Sure.
Stop.
Nope, all gone. Ha ha ha.
And your hands like over top of it.
Oh boy.
Glad I was a little slow in the water that time.
Jake, are we ready for a break, bud?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Man, my tribute to the first episode of Pokemon went definitely different than I anticipated. as is on brand with Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
You know,
very much.
just scare them a little bit. You know, they certainly won't do what they're going to do. No, okay, great. Here we go. But hey, that's what makes D&D special. So keep doing it because it's the best. So we will take a break and find out how high our heart rates are, and then probably come back and do some more insanity stuff. So we will see you guys in about, I don't know, 10?
Yeah.
Yep, about 10 to 15. And, oh.
So we'll be right back. See you soon. Bye.
You're having too much fun with that, Maddie.
That's fantastic.
Yep, I am. Not muted. Go ahead.
Cool. Awesome. Welcome back to the insanity that is the second episode of Duval and Dragons. I am happy to advise you that that is now a trend. Because, you know, it takes two. You know what I mean? We're 2 for 2 for batshit insanity. Before we get started, though, a quick real talk moment. One thing I wanted to mention is something that we're doing on this very channel on August the 8th, the SoMattyLoveathon. I will be DMing a game, I believe, at the 10-ish Eastern time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. There's actually a bunch of games that's going to be happening. It's going to be all day. It's going to be awesome. And we're doing it for a very fantastic, awesome cause, because Maddie is like the super best and deserves all the good things in life. So we're going to do that. More information to come, but wanted to call it out right in the middle of everything. So something to keep in mind. So mark your damn calendars. All right. So now where were we? Oh, I don't know. Everything was going crazy, and then Iraq, and then and then now we're here. So as the party starts to begin to take a breath, as Iraq retreats back towards its lair, if you will, a plan is emanating about what to do next. So what would you guys like to do?
I don't know what you're talking about being calm. Worskreet is pissed off
Touche.
and very much wants to go after the rock.
Okay.
But she realizes that her party probably won't let her.
Right. Okay. So, Worst Creek. Fun, friend. Hi. Hello. Hi. Calm down. It's okay. We should leave that thing alone. You know, 'cause it's misunderstood, you know. And we can, we're looking for metal. Remember? We're looking for metal. Let's go
I
find
feel
that.
like I'm being treated like a child at the
No, I'm really
The
just
child
like,
is talking to the giant bird as a child.
So I think what Rilo is trying to say is it was very dangerous to fight that thing, even with our combined power. It almost killed you. If we go after this thing at its home, it could be a mother. It might be protecting a nest. And if it's a mother protecting a nest, it's going to be even more fierce, especially when it's wounded. I think our best bet is to find this metal you're looking for. I think we've made a statement, and I think if we had all just hidden, it would have picked the giant up and took it back to the nest as food. Like I said, it was both brave and foolish. And you see this, and he points to the scar in his eye. This came from me doing something foolish once. And perhaps if we all live through this, and live long enough, I'll tell you a story about it one day. But right now, we need to focus on your task, and I need to focus on mine, and we need to think before we act.
I did think.
And I'm not saying what you thought was wrong. Like I said, I admire you for your bravery. But I've buried far too many people already in my line of work, and I really don't want to bury any more friends.
I don't know if I can have much more of these scars. There's not very many places left.
Horse is just holding up this like shadowy, flamey axe thing, this ethereal thing in front of him with all these like ghosts and stuff. And he's just like, but you... He's right. He like banishes it. Goes away.
I mean, it would be fun and all, but like they might be right. Like, what if it's a mom or something, and it had little kids, and like we killed the mom, and then the kids had to grow up all alone? That'd be sad.
I guess. And Worsky, I'm gonna go over to where the wagon is.
Okay.
And where I made my nest of candy, and just like plop down in the nest.
Horace, what was with all the other yous?
Oh, don't worry about it. Quiet, you. You see, I just I have some friends of mine. They know some strange magics, and they taught them to me.
You hear that, Bert? It's okay. They're friends.
Weirds me out when he does that.
Wait, who is he talking to?
Just reaches up top of his hat of sorts and kind of grabs the air.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Don't ask him about it.
But I want to ask what's happening. It's really weird. Okay.
He's talking to his octopus.
Is what now?
I just imagine you saying that from the nest. He's talking to his octopus.
Yeah, like it's about like 50 feet away. Like the worst whisperer of all time. He's talking to his octopus.
Huh?
I mean, it's not the weirdest thing I've seen. Like, today. So, sure. Okay.
Let's go. I take me, Mary, and Sue, and Bert. Bert climbs up into the driver's seat of the wagon. Are we going now?
I would certainly like to, please.
I'll receive some intelligence at what we may be looking for. Maybe in the northeastern region of the canyon.
Intelligence, huh?
Yes. He just like stares you down. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if that's the way we're going, are we all walking or am I driving?
You drive. I'm going to... Zakara, could I talk to you for a moment?
Aye.
And he'll walk up and start walking ahead of the group.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll follow.
I think that you're probably more capable of leading them than I am. That's not what I do.
Says you. They don't listen to me either.
When it comes down to it, I think they will.
We're listening to you right now.
I was gonna say, how far ahead did you go?
I tried to put a little distance between us so that nobody could hear. Put your fingers in your ears.
We'll slow down.
Earmuffs. Earmuffs.
What I'm really saying is that when it comes down to it, when the strategies need to be made, you and Satur are going to be closer to them than I will be. It's not easy for me to give tactical information. All I can do is hide from the shadows and help you all by taking them down as fast as I can. If I have to lead, it's not going to go well.
Understood. I will do my best, but this is a group of leaders, not followers, save one or two. But that's up to their patron. That's not my quarrel. I don't suspect we can get the reins on mostly anybody here, but if we at least discuss things, be more open with each other, I imagine we can get more done. We don't really know each other's capabilities. This is only our second mission out and about. Might be best we get to know each other via fighting, practice, talking generally. And you can see she's like visibly like not trying to she doesn't want to talk to people. She doesn't want to get to know these people, but at the same time, she knows she has to. That's how you survive in fights. You know, you get to know the people you're with. So you can see she's visibly like, ugh.
I know that
Uncomfortable.
I know that you're kind of a solitary type. That's anyone that's been of divine calling that I've known that's been a warrior is really someone of few words. So I get it. But I mean, we'll make this work. We'll talk about things. We'll make plans. But when it comes down to it, the two of you that are closest to them are going to be the ones that have to try to keep them reined in.
Aye. All right. I will, I'll do my best.
Stop him for about 10 minutes so I can get ahead and make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
Aye.
And he'll throw the cloak up and he'll do the stealth thing.
He'll do the thing.
That is a 25.
Where did Devin go?
Going for a walk.
I wasn't
just-
ready for the rhino.
He just disappeared.
Yes. He's out for a walk. He's with us, don't worry.
I
Like
can
we
do
have to
that
mentally
sometimes.
prepare.
So, Devin, you scout ahead, if you will, and the path leads into kind of banks to the left, and the actual as you kind of make your way about another 10 or 15 minutes forward, the actual you come across through like this large tunnel that is made up of these like weirdly almost like dying tree like limbs that are just encircled together and going about 60 feet ahead of you. And you begin to hear the sound of running water coming from the northeast. But you do see a trail that leads you to the west as well. But the trail that leads you to the northeast towards that sound actually has like this after that 60-foot trail of these dead weirdness. It continues into a small makeshift bridge of sorts. And about 40 feet ahead of that, there is this large wooden circular platform that has these 8 like spokes. And as you feel like the wind almost hit your face, you see it almost like a weather vane. And and one last thing. So as it moves, you see the tautness of the bridge seem to get more and more taut and almost rise. And then as the wind subsides a few moments later, there's slack.
Okay. Any tracks on the ground that I've seen as I'm going this way?
Make a survival check for me.
That would be a 13.
13. So you look and you see several goblin ones, which you probably expected. And then two of a human. It appears. Maybe elvish, who knows?
Do I
Medium-sized
know?
creature.
Do I know of any elves that would be in this area?
Well, I say human or elven, just
Human
like
or
a
elven.
medium-sized creature. #, not goblin.
Okay.
Size-wise.
And is it
Seems to
heading?
be almost boots.
Okay. I'm going to try to get on the bridge and move forward a little bit and see if I can see what's near this windmill type thing or this
Okay,
gear type
so
thing.
you step a foot onto it, and the actual it almost looks to be like material of what you would find almost like a hammock. And you step foot in, and your foot goes into it, and it begins to go the opposite way. And then as you pick your foot off, it steadies, and the wind almost catches it, and then
Does it look sturdy enough that the wagon can be drove onto it?
it's too small.
Too small.
It's like enough for one-to-one travel, it looks like.
Okay, I will double back, kind of take a look to the other path,
Okay.
and I'll search for footprints there as well.
Okay. Do the thing.
That is much better. That would be an 18.
Ooh, yeah, that is much better. You're almost taken aback initially by noticing that there are absolutely no goblin prints going that way. There seems to be almost what you look to see to be some sort of dragging, as well as much larger prints. The actual foot pattern though is a bit strange. It's almost about double the size of the humanoid that you expect with the boots on the other side. It's about double that, but seems to be almost a foot and outlined with 3 toes.
3 toes. And which
And you
direction are those
see-
prints going?
They're going to the west into
Okay.
into that pathway. There's actually a set of 2.
Okay.
So 4 feet.
All right, he'll take note of that, and he'll now double back to where the rest of them are, because they should be a little behind him.
Okay. Make a perception check as you spin around.
That would be a soft 20.
Okay. So,
Soft 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
hard 20.
I mean, soft 20, that just sounds sad.
Yeah.
It's,
It's a gentle 20.
A gentle 20.
this is the chatty fam, man.
It's butts. It's all about the butts. There are no butts.
Butts are nice,
That's why it's a dirty 20.
especially when you bounce a quarter off them.
Man, we could really go down this route a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know, but we'll continue.
Yeah, man. I watched Duval and Dragons last night, and they just kept talking about butts for an hour. On brand, 10 out of 10. Hold on. Did I pull up this sheet?
On brand 10 out of 10.
On brand, 10 out of 10.
All right.
So now, that was me stalling for time for a sheet I can't find. Anyway, so, it's all good. So,
Honest DM.
I have my moments. What? Matter of fact, while you guys are, is there anything you guys are doing actually as I continue to find
Vamp.
the thing?
Would you like us to fill some time?
Nope. Now that I called myself out,
do that.
now that I called myself out, I found it. So
Silky 20.
I like the silky 20.
Silky
I'm sorry,
20.
Lost.
What is happening? Anyway. Dumb. Okay, so Devin.
It's like, what have I done?
Right, exactly. So as you spin around, you actually and you almost got used to for a moment the wind and the actual wood of whatever this instrument is clicking. And then you notice that it stops and you spin back around and you see a small goblinoid hand on it. And that's all you see initially. And then that hand turns into an arm, and then all like a small goblinoid form actually appears for the first time. Excuse me. And this is not a goblin that you've encountered before. Typically, leather armor, maybe a short sword, maybe a shield, maybe a short bow. This one's actually got a small pink hood on top, and that kind of clinks now that it's visible with these like weird, almost like metal cylindrical spheres that kind of clink together with a large kind of scepter up in front of its left hand. I see you come to play the game. Can you get within frame?
There's a game.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you don't want to just like fall to your doom, right?
No.
That would not be a great plight. I see, and he actually begins to spin around and takes his freeze frame. Also blue steel for some reason. No. And takes the scepter and begins to clink it, and it kind of like hits one of the wooden spokes and then spins all around. And actually that bridge begins to keep taut. But can you get across before your time runs out?
It just that face was perfect to be frozen. It would look like you were just eternally rolling your eyes.
Yep, like perfect.
I probably could. My friends, I don't know.
Well, fantastic. Bring them here so they can play the game as well. But of course, time do tell.
Who are you?
That would be telling. A misfortune in which one would be perhaps welling.
Do you always speak in rhymes?
As a matter of fact, I don't.
Why me? Why am I the one that always sneaks ahead? I'll be back with my friends. We'll play the game.
Yes, well, hurry up. Time is of the essence. And also, it'd be good because I'm bored.
Devin just curses under his breath. He's like, I can't believe. Oh, God. And he'll go back and find the others.
Okay. So Devin's been gone for about, probably 5 or 6 minutes. Are you guys doing anything while he's gone during this time period?
I always thought the shoes were something that you didn't need to invest in, but they really are. You really need them all the time. It's crazy. That's just, man, especially with all this trekking. I never thought I'd have to walk this much. Though, I didn't exactly walk here, but never mind. Here comes.
So where'd you get that accent?
You respond to Horace?
Yeah.
What X? It's all stands out because he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need shoes on a ship if you ever decide to go for a sail.
A what?
You know, I can't say I've ever been on a ship. As a dwarf, I have a natural disinclination to the sea.
You mean go out on the water?
Well, yeah, that's not the idea.
But the water's gonna eat you.
No. Who told you that?
No?
Very convincing.
Sounds no.
But
Why would the water eat you?
I don't know. That's what they teach us down in Lowbrow.
Well, that was wrong.
You know, the bridge is gone, so we can't go, and they don't want us on the water, so they lie to us. Okay, great.
Well, I mean, there are things in the water that could eat you.
So they weren't lying.
Well, the
I mean,
water's not going to eat you. If you're on a boat, you're not going to get eaten.
I've heard you sail with some pretty severe storms. Water itself can, I guess, eat you in that perspective.
I guess if
I'm
it's-
not so good with the sea myself.
What?
I
Don't even. Oh my god.
We'll have to get you on a boat sometime and show you.
I don't know about that, man.
Oi, Devin. What'd you find?
2 trails. And a goblin that likes to talk in rhymes.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, we're
more,
not meeting him, are we?
He's going to be waiting. He's bored.
more
Oh,
goblins. Cool.
I was actually really
Alright.
bored, so I decided to come here. Hi, everyone.
God! Devin turns around and has both crossbows drawn at him.
Okay, cool. So he's about 20 feet behind you. Just absolutely appears out of nowhere. Hey! And he's got the kind of like he's like dancing around.
That's a good way to get shot.
Oh, that would be really funny if you wanted to try. Unfortunately, I believe that you would fry.
Good
I
one.
see you brought a friend with you. I thought you were sneaky. What happened?
Well, I didn't sneak back to you, so he followed me.
Oh, all right. Might want to think about doing that
Well.
next time.
Hello there, young. Is he young or old looking?
For a goblin, fairly young.
Ahoy there, young one. Hi, what shall we call you?
You know, I haven't thought about that. I haven't thought that far ahead. Why don't you go ahead and name me instead?
Annoying.
That's not a
Ooh.
good name.
That feels really long. Really, really long.
That's maybe absurd.
Hmm.
Great.
Perhaps.
Booger.
Inky.
Burger Inky.
Well, that's even longer.
I said booger. Not burger.
I know
Which
what
would
you
it
said,
be?
Rilo. Booger is a good name.
Oh, burger?
Booger.
Booger.
Burger.
Booger.
Burger.
Booger.
Burger.
Like in your nose.
I feel like we're in Pink Panther.
Oui.
I can do this all day.
The feeling is quite mutual. It seems that the naming convention is essential.
Booger it is.
All right, well, you know where to find me then. Just follow your tall friend. And in a pink mist, he disappears.
We're not going that way, right? This is
That's the only 2 ways to go. The northeast, we have to get across this bridge that seems to depress. And you have to get across it before or you get caught in it. The wagon's not going to fit.
I'm going to depress if we go to see him. I would rather.
Well, that's if you go the other path. He's going to be there watching us try to get across this. Now, I'm pretty nimble, and I can probably get across no trouble. The thing is, some of you in heavier armor, and he looks to Zakara and Horus, it might slow you down.
You did notice, though, while you were there, Devin, that the trail to the left was didn't have that same, it was just a trail further into the woods of this canyon. But based off of the information that you have, that might be the way to go. But you could also go left as well without having to deal with the crazy wooden thing.
I mean, to get to where Horus is telling us that we need to go, we have to go across the bridge.
Yes.
There is a path to the left, but that leads us to where Booger came from.
Now, I will
There are
say
also
this:
some...
that's not an ordinary goblin.
No. And I'm pretty sure he's right. If I'd have tried to shoot him, I probably wouldn't have been able to because of the magic. So
we're
what I'm
going to go play his game, and then what? Is he to be trusted? Did you speak to him for more than 4 minutes?
No, he got on my nerves quicker than some people do.
So which
Fair.
direction? On the Y of the two paths, which one's cardinal direction wise? Which one actually gets us in the direction that Horus suggested us going?
The one with
Booker.
I cast break internet.
What? Huh?
Devin, if you could repeat that.
So to the northeast is where the bridge is. We won't be able to take the wagon, and I don't know about you, Satori, but I don't want to leave your wagon behind so goblins can rummage through it. So we run into that problem. If we go to the kind of
And break internet.
Perhaps we could cheat at his game.
Seems fair enough. How would you propose?
We could make a bridge of our own.
How far across is it?
so I'm going to leave
60 feet.
Holy fuck!
Horus, you made yourself fly previously. Can you make items do that?
No. See, my broom can only handle me and maybe a little bit more. But no, I don't think I could fly that whole cart. That'd be a little much for old Dusty here.
So you can't cast fly?
No, I don't know those types of magic.
Well, I think I can get Rilo and myself over.
And I will say, Horace, the broom can hold up to 400 pounds. But its flying speed becomes 30 feet while carrying over 200 pounds. Just so you know.
How much does the cart?
The cart?
With or without the candy?
Oh no, you're gonna have to sacrifice your candy.
No, I'll just give you my candy.
Let's see. How much is that cart?
With or without people in it?
Carts are typically pretty heavy.
Yeah, 200 pounds without people.
I could carry the cart.
Actually, it's more of a carriage, actually, because
Yeah,
you got
I feel
people
like-
on it. So people are like 600.
Yeah.
It's
I
heavy.
could not carry the cart. No.
No.
So DM question.
Sure.
The apparatus on the other end that seems to get caught by the wind,
Mm-hmm.
if we were able to get two strong people over there, could they possibly hold the bridge taut?
They could certainly try.
I love
Every DM's very favorite phrase.
Yeah. Devin,
Horace,
how far across is this?
was 60 feet, I believe.
60 feet.
60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
How trusting are you of your sources?
Well, what kind of question is that?
It's an honest question. Sometimes people say things because they want something else.
You okay? Oh, you mean my information? Oh, my dear man.
Yes.
I dare not question it. They let's just say that those who I've spoken to want what's over here very badly, and I doubt that they'd lead me astray.
And just out of curiosity, were you at the meeting with them when they got told about this medal?
That I couldn't say. I don't think so. This was more of a secondary source.
So what you're telling me is that someone else knows about the task that they were given and just parted with information to you about where to find this?
You could interpret it that way.
I could interpret it a lot of ways.
I'm not exactly sure, if I'm honest.
I'd like to incite him.
Okay. Fuck yeah, you can.
What, me?
Ooh, moi?
That would be a 19.
19, huh? All right.
Let's see what I can roll here.
Let's see. This instance, I'd argue,
It's not exactly
depending on how you want to take it, Horace, because you can either lean on persuasion or you can lean on deception. Don't say which one, and then roll that dice, my friend.
Okay. That would be a 23.
Yeah. Horace is naturally and incredibly hard to read because he's got that super sweet demeanor that you know full well is only on the surface. But you both know that about him. You all know that about him. Fortunately, doesn't go much deeper than that.
I have a question.
Sure.
So my strength, hold on. My strength is I can carry like almost 200 pounds.
All right.
Can I, with the help of Horace's broom, carry the cart?
So it's okay. So it's like you're like a double forklift type of like.
You like take one side and the broom takes
That's
the
what
other.
I'm imagining is two forklifts carrying the
Yeah, that's
That's a good idea.
Wow. That's,
so. Let's see. So you can carry about. So the problem is the cart is much heavier than that, though.
Because-
It's a horse.
Yeah, she's thinking of splitting the weight between the broom and her. I think.
Because I can carry almost 200 pounds, and the broom can carry.
Okay, carry almost 200 pounds. Okay, interesting.
But how much does is big chunky dwarf over there?
But the horse wouldn't have to be riding the broom.
Necessarily have to ride it.
So as this plan is coming together, like what's the play with the horse itself that is attached to said wagon, cart, etc.
You could ride
carriage?
I could try to ride the horse across. Actually, let me make sure I have ride before I suggest that.
Some animal handling checks in your future, sir.
I've seen someone ride a horse before. I could totally do it.
I
It
can
looks
totally
simple.
do it. It looks so easy.
I mean, I have a +1 in my animal handling.
Okay.
What do you have in it?
I have pretty good animal handling. I could potentially ride the horse.
Oh, I'm terrible with animals.
I believe we figured that out before, Ilo. which is why I was driving the cart.
So let's see. So 200 here, 200 there. I tell you what I will do. If you want to attempt it, there is no going back. However, I will give Horace the opportunity to make an Arcana check via his handling of the broom, along with Worscreet's strength, or it'll be a native because you're just lifting, so it'd be a native strength check. So the DC is a little lower on the Worscreet's side. It's going to be pretty decent for Horace. So if you want to do it, you can, but there is no going back if you commit.
Past the point of no return.
What are
We'll say
the
this conversation's happening as you guys are making your way towards your boy.
Near Booger.
Booger.
Yeah.
Zakara, if you bless them, would that help them any?
Attacks or saving throws, so no.
Oh,
We
it's
need
not,
guidance.
It's not ability.
Yeah, guidance
Right,
is
it
what I
would
was
be
thinking of.
guidance.
That's right.
Oh,
Thank you.
I can cast guidance.
You can?
I
The
can.
thing, I have to state that I always forget the voice for like just this much, and then it just gives me more joy. Like it's like an endless sea.
So before they do this, you cast guidance on both of them.
It's so funny because I keep
You didn't prepare it.
talking in a higher voice, so which is just making it worse.
It's just the way it is.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, I can cast guidance on them. Yeah. So
Okay. So you come up and Booger is dancing around as the.
oh, but I can only cast on one of them because it's a concentration spell.
Right.
That's true.
So choose your destiny, as it says in Mortal Kombat.
Who needs it more?
Give it to Horace. He has the higher.
Actually, I will be right back because I gotta run to the little boys' room for a second. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves.
So give it to Horace because he has the higher difficulty, and Devin's just gonna walk up and give Worscreet a pep talk, and pat her like he's giving her guidance.
So the scary chunky dwarf who made a
Scary?
pact with something very, very, very evil.
Oh, what would you know about that?
Oh, I don't know anything. What do I know? Yeah, I'll guide you. But, man,
Am I detecting that you don't like Horace?
I don't say that.
Don't say that.
I am concerned about where Horace gets his power.
Question: that is not the same axe he had. It's the same axe, but the magic emanating around it is not the same magic that emanated around it last time I saw him.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
That
is a very good one. I dig it. It is emanating a different shade of red, but seems familiar.
So, Horace, why don't we go take a look at this before we decide?
All right. I think we have just a little bit of time, though.
And
Why
Burger
don't-
is like comes out from the back behind it. His scepter kind of clicked up against one of the bars, and it almost like spins. And just time's a wasting.
Me and my friend need a few moments alone. Do you mind, Booger? Why don't you go bother the others, or talk to the others? I'm sorry. Don't bother them.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm good at these.
Yes.
That is a 19.
Okay. Well, you are my favorite. However, disappears, appears on the other side. I've never seen anything like appears right next to you, Worscreet. I've never seen anything like you before. Tell me about you.
You should go look in the tree over there.
Oh no, I know what's over there. I'm quite aware of the entity that resides. Him and I are not friends. But we could be.
Oh,
Perhaps.
it's not a mom, but it might be a dad.
We could be, maybe.
Yeah,
If
of course. It begins to like dance around, like complete, like around you, like kind of like a hop skip.
you know what would make us better friends? If you just let my friends pass your game. I'll play your game.
So you mean to say that you would prefer me to let them through, and then us, would play together?
Yes.
Begins to kind of spin around, but you kind of see like his head kind of cocked up, kind of eyes. He's pondering as he dances around. Well, I might be interested in that. However, the game will get a bit more difficult because someone has to pay. There is no, as my long deceased father would say, no free lunch.
Well, let me get the carriage across, and then we can talk about payment.
Oh no, you referred to your two friends. The carriage is going to cost you a bunch extra. I can't think of anything that rhymes with extra.
Texture.
This is why he's my favorite.
Electra.
This is why he's my favorite.
I don't know.
What kind of payment are we talking? I've got a lot of candy.
Candy? What is candy?
And sandwiches.
Catches me every time.
every time. And sandwiches.
I'm gonna pull
I'm
out
familiar.
coffee and a lollipop, and a sandwich and chili, and some fish and chips, as much as I can hold.
You have just a bar of food. Well, you got an amazing wingspan, right? So it's more like a tray. I see that you have come prepared to negotiate.
I have, and
Seems that I have underestimated you, my fine Avrian friend. Perhaps it is you that will become my best friend, unlike that one over there. Pointing
Thank
to
God.
Devin. But this is, I believe, what they call sustenance. But that means that it is temporary. I'm actually looking for something a bit more permanent.
And I pull out my bag of candy.
I believe that is just a unhealthier version of sustenance. But
You didn't know what candy was a minute ago.
but color me interested. Oh, you have a good point. But you're not the only one with secrets. Perhaps there's somebody else that I'm talking to besides you.
I look back at Horace.
You mean look forward at Horace? Because we
I look
walked ahead of you
forward.
guys.
I look forward at Horace.
So
He ain't looking at you.
what is your soul worth to you?
Mine?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't you dare, little man!
This is just a friendly give and take negotiation, if you will.
No. I'm with Rilo. We don't negotiate souls here.
Well, if it makes you feel better, it wouldn't be me that would be taking it anyway. It would be the madame in which you would be granted an audience should you succeed in this upcoming endeavor that you are currently negotiating with.
As soon as he says that, Horace stops in his tracks.
Okay.
What madame is this?
So Horace, you just freeze.
He's just listening. He's like,
Yep. Huh. Like your anime ear. Well, again, perhaps I'm not the only one with a vote on what happens next.
Horace is gonna like backtrack, like literally walk backwards.
Actually, as you start to back away, Devin's gonna grab you
Hold on now. I
and
just
pull
need
you
to
back
know-
up. What do you know?
It's what he.
Spill it.
Bert, I
So
think
the
we're not-
keeper,
What's going on?
the keeper of what we're after might be, so I've been told, a lady. Perhaps a lady who is not as she appears. Now, if that little goblin there is a servant of said lady, I don't know how we leverage him over her, but we can at least use him to perhaps get an audience like he just said.
You've seen how slippery he is.
Yeah, how about that?
But know this. If I find out that you're not being level with us and something happens to one of them, I'll make you pay.
I'd expect nothing less.
I'll go talk to him. And Devin's going to walk towards where the bridge is.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I believe we have a decision. Excuse me, my avian friend. Appears on the other side.
Is he talking to me?
Yep.
I think my short friend wanted to talk to you first.
I'm feeling. You know what? Give me 1 second. I know how we can resolve this. And he sneezes, and there are now two of them. And the other one, oh, it's a pleasure. I've been waiting to come out. We've been talking back and forth this whole time.
Oh, we made a mistake. We made a mistake.
And then the second one is now in front of you. Worst Creek. Well, it doesn't know your name, but anyway, yes. I believe we were in the middle of continuing our negotiation.
Yes.
Bert, we're in trouble.
What would it take to get all of us and the carriage across?
Well, if I do say so myself, it's simply a matter of time, energy, and actually mostly just time and energy. But if I do say so, balance. Kind of. You're tall. Can you come down? We need to just one-on-one. Can we just?
I'll kneel.
Okay. Whispers into your ear, kind of pointing towards the essentially is like this 8 this wooden almost whirlybird types of things. if you can get one of your friends over there, there's a possibility that they can hold on to it against the wind and keep it taut. However, maybe if they're not strong enough, it could end up breaking things entirely for everyone. But that's the only hit you get. That's the free one. If you want more, you can pay. And I'll do you one better. It won't cost you a soul. I'm open to negotiate other things.
What about a sandwich?
Mm,
And a lollipop.
what's on the sandwich?
I give him the really big one.
Oh, well, it doesn't even matter what's on it. It'll take me at least a week. Do you have a way of preserving such madness?
No.
Your pause is disingenuous, and I do not appreciate it.
No. I can give you more candy?
So you mean to tell me that I'm gonna get this, and then I can't even eat all of it at my leisure?
You could put it in something cold.
Is that our fault that you don't have proper food storage?
To be fair, I didn't know that such a sandwich existed until exactly 0.3 seconds ago.
Oh, so you don't go into the town much. Okay.
So, appears right in front of Retta. Not particularly. Right back to Whiskey.
Cool. So,
It appears that you all are getting exactly 0 wear.
No,
so-
no, we figured it out. We're not going this way.
Oh.
Oh.
I see.
Nobody's giving up a soul.
But
You're
we're
not
in
getting
between
a sandwich.
negotiations, sandwich and soul. There's a lot of things moving in between all of these.
so there was another route, right, Devin?
Yes, we're going that way.
Great.
I mean, there's plenty of things to counter offer. I'm just saying.
No
Chill.
one's giving up their soul.
You misunderstand. Sandwich, soul, counter offers.
I have 2 counter
Can you catch a
offers.
crossbow bolt with
Yeah.
I haven't had the pleasure of trying.
What?
We're going the other
I
way.
back up the cart. Come on,
Bugger, you wouldn't happen to serve a Madam Laura, would you?
The silliness comes to a halt with just that small of a statement. And you actually see the scepter in his hand, like he's been kind of using to play with the wooden spoke type thing, as I create new words for it on, because that's just what you do. Kind of like leans it up against his chin. It appears that you all have more information than what you initially stated at first. Perhaps that is true. What does that change about our predicament? Are we back to, as my fellow friend just said, back to counteroffer territory? Or are you all leaving to go astray into the nothingness that is there?
Would she be pleased to know that you are potentially delaying or even sending away a future client?
Now I want to insight check him. Natural 20, so that's 24.
Oh, dang.
Shit! Oh boy, oh boy.
You think that Horace is being completely honest right now?
Oh yeah. I'd even
How,
argue.
how close are you to the cart?
Horace?
Me?
Yeah.
then I'm backing up.
Yeah, probably less, just a bit from up close and personal, probably.
Okay, I'm not trying to hit him, but
Okay.
I'm going to whiz a crossbow bolt beside his ear.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll a
snap.
d20 and don't roll a 1.
That would be a 15.
Okay. Right next to the ear. Naping.
Dude.
Sorry, it slipped.
Now we're fighting each other?
No,
he looks
I-
back at you just like with his eyes wide. He looks back at the goblin.
Well, all right. I believe that the counteroffer is more on your side right now. This is about fun. It doesn't have to get violent. If you're not having any fun, then I'm not having fun. I like fun.
I'd like you to have some more fun. This is not a very fun group, though. You might want to let them go.
I see.
What? Wait,
Hey.
we are totally fine.
Rallo, this
But
is not
to
the
answer-
time.
But Dwarf, to answer your question, it's not about delay. It's about fate and the lack of inevitability. It's not about when you see Madam. It's about if you see Madam at all.
Right. We may not even want to see her anymore. That wouldn't be any fun for anybody, would it?
I do not believe that she would be delighted to know. No, I don't think so. So, once again, we found ourselves at an impasse. And I must admit, I don't believe you guys have ever been to a negotiating table.
I have.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised what we've accomplished negotiating.
The irony of that statement.
The irony is pretty hype. So, are you making your way away, or are you coming our way? You could certainly try to do it on your own, or you could do what you said you were going to do. And I believe how they say it in Lobra is exit stage left.
How much do we have in the cart? Do
They
we have to
never
carry
say
the cart
that in
across?
Lobra.
What's
There are
the
no
limit of the
actors.
cart?
Speak for yourself. So one more time, Zakaria.
What is it that we have in the cart that we can't outfit ourselves with the items and then cross, leaving the cart here?
Mostly just
temporarily.
mostly just the perishables
I guess
and the
the
horse.
Yeah, and the horse. The cart was mainly for us to not have to travel on foot.
We're going through all of this for the cart that's carrying food that we can carry ourselves.
Oh, if there's anything too heavy to carry back, the cart would be invaluable. We don't know how much the ore is going to weigh.
We also don't even know if the ore is this way. We know a person is this way, but this might not be the path to the ore. We're looking for ore. I don't know what the hell.
I see
Horace
we
is
have
looking
reached
for.
a new level of additional information and
Oh,
trust.
shut up.
Horace, where is the metal? I have a feeling you know more than you're telling us.
If the metal is with this woman, then we're going this way. If the woman is even this way. If the metal is on that other path, then we're going that way. That's my goal. That is what I'm here for. I don't know what the hell Horace is here for, but I know it has nothing to do with some fucking woman for me. So we need to make a decision.
All right now. It seems that all of y'all just want to be nice, frank, and out in the open and very, very to the point. So, let me be so. I've been told that this woman, who is not a woman,
Wait, One second, Horace. Should we be saying this next to our friend Booger?
It's all about trust at this point.
Devin goes to pick up his crossbow bolt.
Booger hasn't killed us by now. He won't do it later.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's got a point.
Okay.
He likes me.
I do.
She-
Your crossbow
she's got-
bolt is like embedded at the front of the that bridge, kind of embedded into the wood.
She's got something of value, something that is wanted. Now I figure that to be all that we're after. Do I know that for sure? No, I do not.
Mm.
Would it be helpful if she may know the location of what you're looking for? She's been here for a long time, so whatever it is you're looking for, I'm sure she knows the location.
So you're saying she is here. Before you were not forthcoming with that.
Trust is a must.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can't with this rhyme. It's so funny.
Wish I knew magic so I could turn you into dust.
That's a great one.
Can I do that?
I'm gonna steal that.
You say the word.
I mean,
Bird.
So we're crossed.
oh Jesus, Chris.
You just
Well
say the
said.
word.
He didn't say the word.
I already
A
feel my
word.
migraine.
All right, so are we going across this here?
You're
or not?
welcome.
Are we leaving? Are we staying? What do y'all want to do?
Decisions.
Zakaria's the leader, so whatever she says, I'll do.
Yep.
All right, we're going. We should figure out, however, if we can leave the cart here and have it be safe for our return.
Oh, we'll watch it. No worries.
I have your word. And before he says anything else, she's going to cast Zone of Truth.
Oh shit! That's awesome.
And that's why I made you leader.
Okay. So yeah, is your what's the range on Zone of Truth?
Zone of Truth is 15 feet.
15 feet. 15 feet radius.
Yes,
Okay. That would probably catch most of the party too.
it
So,
would. But she's not worried about the party.
Oh, she's not. But I think
Nope.
some others might.
Devin has a sneaking suspicion he wants to shoot Horace right now.
I guess you need to Zone of Truth to learn that information.
Your save
see.
is 15.
15. Is it a wisdom?
I believe so. Let me triple
Let's
check
just
that.
verify. I got set. Oh,
Charisma.
boy. Charisma. Okay.
Yeah.
You said that was 15?
Yes.
I fail.
I
I
rolled.
fail.
I rolled a 15.
Oh,
However, that was only for the first one. I rolled a 12 on the new, deeper voiced one. So not Booger. But
Booger
however,
too.
Booger passed, but you would know that.
hmm
And he also is aware that the spell was cast. As let's see, as this purplish arcane energy emanates from Zakria, and essentially, I'd argue everyone else is in this. So if you would wish to resist, now would be the time.
I failed.
Yep, failed.
Okay.
I'm not
successful.
even attempting it.
Okay. Horace, you succeeded.
I succeed.
I just want to step into the game and be like, ha! And then because that's great.
I never
Oh
even
man,
lied.
it's about to get real up in this bum. So, wow, that is how we negotiate. You know, I give you cards and you give me cards. And
Answer the question.
what was the question again?
Will you watch the cart and
Yeah.
nothing will happen to it?
Nope. I might get some candy. I'm very curious about that.
It was offered to you. That's fair.
Ask
All right.
about the horse too.
Oh, horse? I mean, I
You
feel
don't
like I have enough food to not really worry about it.
Yes.
But
Fair.
really protect the horse.
But here's the thing. What's in it for me?
I'll
More
give you
Getting
candy.
candy.
candy and a sandwich if you protect the horse.
See, I feel like that's just like on the lower end of the counter offer. You know what I mean? You
And
gotta give me a little more.
and chili.
I'm new to this chili.
You won't be. You'll get to experience it if you protect the horse.
Make a persuasion check.
As I crack the lid off of one and whiff it at him.
You know what? Fucking advantage. That's a help action as much as one could.
That will be a 21.
Ooh. Yeesh.
Help for the win.
Help for the win. All right. Sure. So, you going left or you going right? Regardless.
Did they both answer the question or just the?
This is just Booker
Okay.
so far. Because Booker is who was talking, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. This would be the one that fell who's talking to Worskreed, actually. So,
Okay. So they agreed to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. We'll cross without our cart.
all right. So,
We're going to the left.
okay. So you guys weren't away from them, away from the thingy, and overall to the west. Okay, great. Marching order, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm going to scout ahead.
Okay.
That is a 26 on stealth.
Where'd my favorite go? Gone.
I'll be at the front.
Okay.
Then I'll be right behind.
All right.
Those are crazy
I'm in the
things.
middle.
Of course. So, is there any particular cutoff time for anybody? Just out of curiosity.
So
I know it's a school night.
we're 3.5 hours in.
Oh, well, in that case. All right, well, I'll take silence as golden then. So, onward we go. So, as you guys make your way into this small tunnel after about a very patchy, grassy sort of path into this tunnel, begins to get dim and dimmer, and two familiar voices go, "See you guys soon! Can't wait for you to come back! I hope you have good stories to tell." So you guys continue on, and the who has dark vision?
I do.
Okay.
Is it Kree also?
I think
Alright.
I'm the only one that doesn't.
Nice. Perfect. Leading the charge. So you begin to make your way forward, and let me pull up that map too.
Would you have stayed ahead though when going into a dark tunnel?
Yeah,
Or
because
would
he's
you come back?
basically he's got his hand on the side of the wall,
Okay.
and he's just moving really slow
Okay.
and listening because he's a scout.
Of course.
Okay.
Makes perfect. So your hand kind of hits these like cobwebs, and it's just kind of like, but you've felt more gross things. And the air actually goes a bit kind of almost damp. There's like, you can even see like about 3 feet up from the ground, there's like a low fog of sorts. And as you continue in, it gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer for about another 5 or so minutes or so. And then there's a path forward that actually continues to almost light up as you get a little closer. But that's not the first thing that you recognize. The first, Devin, is one of snoring. And as you see that, as the cavern begins to open up, there is a suite of sorts of these large, like very Stonehenge-like slabs of stone, ping, ping, almost like windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, and next to a small embering fire are these 2 stone giants that seem to be asleep. But also there's this small blue glowing globe that seems to just be floating in the middle. And you actually see, as you look even further, out to the east, you see a very familiar large ass tree, one that you're all now very familiar with. And as you bank to the left, all you see is in between a much larger patch of fog, the mountainous range continues up, but you kind of seem to be coming to this small platform where the snoring is coming from.
Okay, so once he sees all of that, he's going to turn around, put his hand on the wall, and make his way back to the others and warn them,
Okay.
so that they don't make a lot of noise.
All right. I will say one thing that I forgot to mention is there's 2 large sleeping forms, and on the left, almost being used as a pillow, is this large rock that you've never seen before. Dark, almost ebony in color.
So, just to be clear, we went across the bridge, right?
No,
No,
we
The
went
first
we
one?
went the other way.
opposite way. Okay, we went the opposite way. I was like, wow, I'm really confused. Okay.
Nope. This is the opposite way. So, Devin, you've make your way back into the inside of that small cavern. What are you guys doing?
So I think I might have found what you all are looking for. There's also some type of blue floating magical thing that's not my thing. But there are 2 giants in there.
Delightful. What kind of giants? More hill giants?
Did you say stone giants?
I did.
Stone giants.
That's worse.
Yes.
Well, we at least know what's this direction now.
Can you describe this blue flowing thing?
I'll describe it as best I can.
Sure.
Would I have ever heard of that?
Which part?
The blue.
Or the blue glowing thing?
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Or
That's
history, whichever's higher.
That's a 21 for Arcana.
Arcana? Okay.
Nice.
You think back, and even just in stories that you've heard one particular story. There's a cave, and as Devin describes it, there's a cave in the continent of Lobra that kind of matches that same color and energy, but you've only heard stories. The actual cave is actually called, you remember, the St. Augustine Cave.
Mm-hmm.
And that particular, whatever it is, it's actually much larger in those stories that you've heard. It's more history, but whatever. We do what we want. on Duval and Dragons. But it's actually much larger than what Devin described. It's almost like a pool of that energy. And from the stories that you've heard, it's likely fairly powerful. You've, in your studies, or not studies, in the you're a sorcerer, not a wizard. See, this is what happens when I play Dragonlance, Maddie.
It's like it's not my fault.
Right, I know, right? Sounds like transmutation magic.
Oh boy. Okay. We don't want to go in there. Oh, we don't want to go in there. Oh,
What's wrong, Rilo?
I don't know. I mean, this sounds like a lot smaller than the thing that we have down in where I come from, but that sounds really dangerous. Not counting the stone giants. Jeepers. I don't know, man. Yeah, we would.
Suggesting we head back.
If we go in there, especially like without us taking a long rest, we've been through a lot, yo. Like, I need some shut-eye to give us some spells back and stuff. Sorry. We would die.
And you're sure of this?
I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but I'd say that our chances are pretty bad.
All right. So, we can either rest and tackle this next morning, or we can scope out the other path and play the game with Booger.
Go ahead.
I kind of think maybe the game might be a better way to go.
Fair.
Does by the chance, does anyone remember what the store that we're coming up here for looks like?
I don't know. I was sent to find out about a blue glow. Rilo, would this thing that you're thinking of, would it be sending a blue glow into the sky periodically?
I will say, Devin, the what you saw as essentially the pillow for one of the giants matches, and what the rest of you have heard based off that description, it does match up.
The ore they're looking for is with the giants, is what you're saying?
So the little black stone, the black earth stone that is being used as a pillow.
Sounds about right.
Devin, what? You're here looking for a blue glow?
Yes, the queen sent me to investigate these pillars of blue that keep shooting up into the sky.
Well, it seems we're all here for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I thought you said you were here for the same reason they were, Horace.
Well, that's what I thought, but now it appears that your quarry lies over here, which makes me wonder what I was after.
it
And
makes me wonder too, Horace.
I'd love to know.
And I go stand next to Rilo.
Okay.
B-Boy stands next to him.
Yeah, that's
I'm
definitely how
just
I
standing
saw it,
next
too.
to Rilo in case you try something.
I don't think now is the time to split the party morally.
No. Yeah,
Yeah, you see him like he summons up like a dagger that's like twirling between his fingers. He just
come
I love
on.
Horace so much.
I swear to goodness. We gotta work together, but
Oh.
I am watching you.
So where are we going?
Well, if the ore's in there and the blue glue, we have no other choice. But yeah, I could definitely use a nap.
We need to rest if
One way or another, we need a rest. I'm where that is not of consequence. But after our rest, what are we doing in the morning? Are we going after this ore? Or are we going to play this game?
Can we negotiate
After
with?
whatever's after the game.
Do you think anyone can negotiate with stone giants?
you speak giant.
I do not.
Neither do I.
Hold on just a moment. You see him just kind of roll his eyes back into his head for just a moment. I do believe I do speak giant. It's been a long time.
I can only understand it. I can't, speak it.
Well, as long as you can understand what they're saying and Horace can speak it, that is the way we can go about it. But we do need a rest.
Then let us rest. Should we return to the cart to rest under some sort of canopy, or do we want to just rest here?
If we rest here, we run the risk of them waking up and coming upon us and then killing us in our sleep. Or killing most of us in our sleep.
To the cart, then.
I think those goblins will let us sleep.
We
I'll
can
make sure
certainly
you get
make
sleep.
them.
Did you say make them?
Yeah.
I like you.
You're not too bad yourself. So Zakria's gonna just start making her way back to the cart. She's tired too.
So you guys make your way back, and as you can probably anticipate, through much chagrin, you are greeted. Oh man, well that was like super quick. You guys took care of business, huh? Ready to play the game or no?
Not right now. In the morning.
What do you mean the morning? Time is of the essence. We were just, it was like bing bang and then bing bang.
Yes, and we're very tired. Now, I suggest you let us get some sleep, or we won't be playing any games, and we'll just leave.
Oh. All right. I suppose that makes what you're in your tip-top shape. For sure. Right. All right. Well, I tell you what we'll do. And see him wave his right hand and open his palm, and then take his scepter and plunk it onto its hand. And these three almost like silver dollars appear, and takes them and puts them on the ground and steps back. When you're ready, just rub one of these three things. Doesn't matter which one. It actually does, but you've already met two of us. So maybe tomorrow morning, you'll get to meet the third. Disappears.
Nobody touched them.
No way.
Aye, that's some pretty crazy stuff.
All right.
I'm
That's our
glad
game
Booger was
plan.
such a good sport.
Wait, it's Booger of present, past, and future.
I've
Oh
had
no,
a few
he's
of
the
those.
fates.
I'm being punished.
Why would you be punished, little one?
Well, they sent me up here. I'm being punished. This
Are we
place.
a punishment?
No, you're not. But all the things I've heard about Duvalia being so great. Man, you guys have a lot of weird shit here.
You had a pretty great sandwich.
That was a really good sandwich. Oh!
Things are weird everywhere.
Yeah.
It all depends on your perspective.
Though I do like you guys. For the most part.
Devin tries to hide a smile when Rilo says that.
It's fair enough there, Rhino.
I don't dislike you, Horace. I think you're very helpful. I just don't really trust you.
That's all right, I suppose. Trust has to be earned, doesn't it?
It does. And I understand that too well.
Well, Devin, I hope that my less than willful display of truth given wasn't too unsightly.
Just remember what I told you over there.
Oh, I take that to heart. He just grins from ear to ear.
And Devin will go back behind the cart and kind of like lean against the back wheel and kind of close his eyes and rest.
Okay. Anything else that anyone else wants to do before taking your long rest?
Yes. If there is... Or we're deep enough into the canyon where there's not a tree in sight, or... Other than the giant tree,
tree, there are, not from a walking distance perspective, it's a large forested area outside of this current area that you're in. So there are several, but not one that you're like, is there a rock in that shit?
Okay. So
probably not in imminent danger, at least.
So she's been wearing essentially her pet beetle like it's a brooch. And she just kind of pulls him out, and when she thinks everybody's asleep, she's not really going to thoroughly check, and she's going to do a silent prayer to Melora, and hopefully garner her patron's eye during their trek, and just be like, look, I saved the big old tree. Saved the fucking tree. We didn't kill that rock. For the love of you, please protect us.
Fantastic.
And she's just gonna pray to her little beetle and then pin him back to her shirt and go to sleep.
Okay. Awesome.
Or is this gonna go up to Worscreet and say, Worscreet, you were quite brave today. I appreciate you. I do have one question for you, though. Could I have a piece of that candy? It's been a long time since I've had candy.
Hold open the bag to you.
He takes a lollipop. He unwraps it. You see him just kind of like, he sticks it in his mouth and is like, well, Franco. And like, walks away. What is Rilo doing right now?
Well, as he prepares to take his rest, he kind of just flops down, like, kind of in the middle of whatever. And he kind of positions himself in a very, like, with his legs folded, and just kind of sits there, looks up to the sky, And you just kind of see his mouth, like, moving. You know, like he's talking to somebody, but no words come out.
Does Rilo react to Horse coming up to them?
He, in this state, he doesn't really notice much. Like, despite being proficient in, like, perception, he still has, like, a 7 wisdom, so, you know.
Okay. Horse is going to take the lollipop, and he's going to wrap it in Rilo's hair, and then walk away.
Oh my god. That is fucking magnificent in every capacity.
That's all.
Satir, anything for you?
I'll sit back, clean Mary and Sue, and I'll take my hat off and be like, well, Bert, these crazy kids didn't die again today. I think between the 4 of us, I think we're gonna take them and make sure they stay safe. And then lean back and take my turn at watch.
Okay. Great. Is that everybody?
I mean, Worskreet's just gonna find a comfortable place, probably in the middle of everyone,
Sure.
and just like curl up on the ground.
Okay. Awesome. So, with that, I believe as our party takes a long rest, I believe we will end tonight's adventure there, because I don't even know how you top that shit. That is goddamn ridiculous. Y'all are crazy. It's fantastic.
I love this party.
I love this party so much. So much.
It's great fun.
Oh my god. Wow. That was awesome. So, you guys are unfucking believable. I'm so happy that we get to do this on a bi-weekly basis. I cannot even tell you how blown away I am by all of you on a consistent basis. So thank you. And as we close for the evening, I believe that we will go back around.
Wait, how did we get mixed up again?
Oh, that's weird. That is weird. Somebody that's strange. Oh well, no worries.
I'm the dungeon master now.
I'm the dungeon master.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I've always wanted to be Satir anyway, so it's fine.
Wow, man.
So,
how long have we been like this?
that's
Golly,
a good question.
I haven't been.
I'm gonna guess it was
think
when my network
Probably
decided to go.
Oh,
No,
maybe.
I'm gonna guess it was when my network blew up at the end.
Okay.
Oh, it was like 15 minutes.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's
Okay.
not bad. That's not
Okay.
bad.
Then I'm not fixing it. Oh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, script. So since we're like this, I'm gonna go ahead and since this is the way.
This is the way.
Chris, if you wouldn't mind outroing yourself, where can the folks find you? Because you are super fucking magnificent.
Well, thank you. Everyone can find me over on Twitter at Chris N. I do a lot of signal boosting. I'm not a very much of a Twitter poster, but I do signal boost everything I can find and everything that I see out there, because that's my role in the world, I feel. All the cool things I see, I boost, because it's wonderful out there, and I try to push it out there. I'm also the lead person for Badlands D&D. You can find me over at badlandsdnd.com. We bring D&D and role-playing games to the masses here over in Montana. There are a lot of other groups, but I'm the leader for Badlands D&D, so you guys got to live with me there. And yeah, come find me. If you want me, hit me up on Twitter.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Jeremy.
I'm Jeremy. Had another blast tonight. Duval, you bring so much. I love this group. I was panicked when I thought I wasn't going to be able to play, and everything fell into place. I love how it started off where I was kind of unsure about Rilo. And then as things went on, it went from being unsure about Rilo to being sure about Rilo to unsure about Horace, who is somebody I've adventured with.
Right.
But I'm Jeremy. I'm Darth Trury over on Twitter and Instagram. I'm the storyteller for Savannah by Night on McStabber Studio. Right now, it is a monthly stream on the second Sunday of every month. But we're looking in September to go to bi-weekly as well. I'm also part of a group that is going to be putting out a vampire podcast for our game on Saturdays called Altrea, which is basically a play on alternate reality. We're going to wait till we have about a month's worth of material, and then we're going to put it out. And as soon as I have that, I will start tweeting all the information. Would love for you guys to check it out, take a listen to it. And then I'm here when this game is going on. I'm here.
Hell
Great.
yeah. Good stuff. Thanks. Appreciate it. Jess.
Oh yeah, hi. So I'm FreckleSketches on the Twitter and Instagrams, your resident cartographer. I dabble a lot in character creation, and I don't know, I just super love our little family here. This is delightful. I literally just have never played a paladin who is this
You're
mean.
so good at it too.
And I love her
You're doing
so
amazing.
much. And I love all of our characters because I literally, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, this other character that I have would have just been all over. Nope, never mind, I'm not that person. So I literally had it in my head the moment you brought out that rock, Jacob, that, oh, well, Zakria's going to die, and then I get to be my delightful other character that I had planned. So
Nope, not this time.
no, definitely not this time. Zakria has to endure far more.
There is so much more in store for Zakria for sure. So 150,000%.
Especially with
thank
you at the wheel.
Yeah, thank you. Right? Exactly.
Yep.
So let's see. Who's next? Sean! Oh no, it just felt right.
I appreciate that.
It's with force, even.
Now this is how we all have to greet him. Every time we see him anywhere, you just have
Yep.
to scream
Sean!
immediately.
Sean!
It's like Con.
Yep.
I'm No Tweet Sean. You can find me on Thread Raiders. I'm one of the admins there. Help raise money for multiple different charities. We run community events. We help try and get good people on the interwebs together so that they can play any kind of game that they want to play, or craft, or paint, or we're dabbling in all sorts of things now.
A lot.
Jake, great, awesome game as always.
Thanks, man.
I love all of your characters so much.
Insane.
And it's really hard for me to be evil right now.
Too much fun, you know?
But you're not evil, remember?
No, yeah, I know I'm not, but it's really hard for me to be evil, and sometimes I want to be.
Is it, Sean? Is it really that hard?
Is it? We'll find out.
Yeah, it's only episode 2. We're just getting warmed up, baby.
Yeah, character arcs. Yeah, I love all of you guys, and Maddie, thanks for bringing us on to this channel. I mean, this is great.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. And one day I will kill Sean's character, but it is not this day.
He will have his revenge.
It's like the best fake vendetta of all time. It's fantastic. No, Sean, thank you, man. You're fantastic. Thank you for being here as well. You are such an awesome dude. So thank you. Lucha Ving. Yay! So, Maddie, you're going to go last, actually. So, because we got some stuff to talk about with you. So Fenway.
I'm Fenway Jones. You can find me on Twitter as Fenway the Teen DM. You can find me on all of the social media for Jasper's Game Day, and you can find me at Jasper's Game Day or Jasper's Online for the convention we have coming up. We're going to be streaming lots of games on the Thread Raiders channel, so super excited about that. And you can also find us. We're doing one of the charities for Baldwin Games for Gen Con. So that's super exciting. You can go and buy special certs and rerolls and all that fun stuff on our Tiltify, which is just tinyurl.com/GenConOnline.
Hell yeah. And I think with the exception of Sean, because Sean is going to be crazy busy that weekend, we're all playing in a game. So so that's like insanely awesome too. So can't wait to do that. So awesome. Thank you, Fenway. You are phenomenal. I'm so glad that you get to play with us on a regular basis. You are awesome. So before we can get to Maddie, I am Jacob, Duval King Jacob on the internets. I've been your Duval Dungeon Master, Duval Master, Duval Dungeon Master. I don't know. I'm workshopping the title. It has been a complete dream. Maddie almost made me cry with that intro because I cannot believe that's a real thing. So a couple things to plug, actually some announcements even. Speaking of Third Raiders, it was just announced that I'm the newest cast member for Geek Attack Season 2 on Tuesday nights. So that's starting here in 2 weeks, but we actually have a one-shot that Jordan's going to be running, so check that out. And we'll probably continue to do crazy shit with less F-bombs because, you know, we're trying to do it for the good peoples. So that's a weird plug. But anyway, also, I will be running a 3-shot heist on the Game Caverns Twitch channel here coming up in August when I believe it's probably the third week of August is when we'll kick that into gear. So more to come via my Twitter. Then next Sunday right here on SoMattyGameZ, we will be doing the finale of Dragonlance, The Lost Tower, and we'll see if Professor Eisenhoff survives. And then, Maddie, I don't know if you want me to do it or if you wanted to do it in regards to the podcast or not.
Oh, the podcast. Well, I mean, yeah. The upcoming Dragonlance podcast, Shadows Over Palanthas, that I've been working on for like a year, and we're essentially starting over in a way. Well, we've added Jacob to the podcast, so, you know, with Corey D and Diapers _ with Mac at Mackenzie Lane DA and Brian at Captain Sugar Bear.
Can't wait.
We are putting together something really fucking amazing. And I'm really excited that Jake could join us for that. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
God, what a crazy 3 months. I went from one GM chat to Sean being like, you should join the Thread Raiders Discord. And I was like, sure, that sounds like a great idea. 3 months later, here we are. So I'm incredibly honored and fortunate. And as Poon mentioned in the chat, on August the 8th, because we love Maddie so much, So Maddie Love-a-thon is happening. It will be all day. I'm going to be in that chat dropping F-bombs and love and Duvals and stuff. And also, I'll be running a D&D game at, I think, 10 o'clock Eastern, something like that. So check that shit out. Lots of really cool things we're going to be doing in regards to that. So holla at your boy in regards to that. So speaking of the boy, Maddie, take us home, man.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all are fucking fantastic. Thank you so much. And yes, Lucha. Yes, Elsa. Free the fucks. Free the fucks, right?
K Prime for the win.
K Prime for the win. But like Jake said, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next Sunday, we've got the finale of The Lost Tower. And then after that, we will be starting up another mini campaign for our tabletop workshop, and we'll be recruiting for that here pretty soon. I'm not exactly sure what we're playtesting yet. There are a couple things that we did a one-shot playtest that I want to revisit. with a mini campaign. And I am gonna have to do probably another few playtests of my wizard and sorcerer subclasses for Dragonlance because
You role played too hard.
5 episodes so far, like hardly any playtesting has happened. So,
Strawberry
you
tarts.
know, things working out bugs. You know, I gotta like train my brain not to just like just let the players like role play for 4 hours.
The problem
you know?
is we're all invested in Maddie's story. That's the problem.
Well,
Maddie's too good. That's the issue.
I don't think that's true, but
That happens.
but yes, we have Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu Thursday is every Thursday now, baby. And then this week I've got 3 games in a row over at Soul Bear. Game today, Cthulhu on Thursday. I'm playing 5 games in a row. Oh fuck.
Because you're a monster, man.
And Lucha said I was everywhere.
Yeah, come over to Soul Bear RPG because tomorrow is Surrender Your Booty, which is our comedy version of Ghost of Saltmarsh, where I play, 12 different people in one brain. I am, Tuesday is Threads of Fate. God, we're coming near the end of that campaign. We're 19th level. We're in Menzo Baronzon. We're about to die, I'm sure. But, you know, like, my character's died a lot, you know.
On brand.
He's died a lot. He's been a kobold, a dragonborn, and now a wood elf. He was undead. Yeah, you know. So a lot happens in a couple years, man. 2.5 years. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. Great time. Tuesday for that over at Soul Bear, and then Wednesday is our Tal'Dorei World in Chaos, where Sean and Duval here have been guests on that
Hell
show.
yeah. So
And
good.
yeah, so great times. And then next Saturday is gonna be a So Chatty, I think. I gotta cast these things, man. I've been really busy, man.
You're not busy at all. It's fine.
I've been so busy.
I will say real quick aside, I totally had Maddie change the layout to do maps that I haven't showed any of y'all yet.
Yeah,
But
I
next
know.
session you will see.
Like for real, man. I don't care. It wasn't that hard, to be honest. Like, come on. So anyway, yeah. I can't really think of anything else other than So Nerdware. Go check it out. Go
Where the
get.
nerds wear.
Right now we're
Where?
still doing the mug sale, but I'm really trying to.
Buy some Duval mugs. I made him create them. Make it worth it.
I need to do another sale, and I'm kind of like, the thing is that I have to sit down and actually like put some stuff in the shop for this next sale, right? And I'm not sure what I should do. Like, I was kind of thinking phone cases, but I don't know. So, if you have any suggestions of stuff that you'd like to see more of that's in the shop, like hit me up, let me know. We'll do a sale. They can't do dice right now. They're all
I bought
sold
them all.
out.
I'm not sorry.
I have
bought
one
them.
set left.
I'll buy that too.
They're the teal and purple ones. But I got some more coming from China, so
Word.
it'll be a couple months.
Indeed. Oh
Anyway.
shit! One thing I forgot to talk about is tomorrow is me and Smitty and like a bunch of other people are playing some wrestling. PWN Indies.
All right. Yes.
I can't believe I forgot about
At
that.
All
Kate, don't
Nerds
kill me
Here.
over there.
All Nerds
Yes.
Here, which is much like Thread Raiders. You know, Thread Raiders, the Chatty Fam is basically Thread Raiders with fucks, right? And All Nerds
Uncensored.
here.
Oh, yeah, Boone, you're in that too. I forgot. I'm so sorry.
All Nerds here is Chatty Fam adjacent as well. So, you know, if you follow us, you follow Threaders, you should definitely follow All Nerds here and go check it out tomorrow. PWN Indies, where this is their essentially their B squad, you know, like the minor leagues.
Independent.
Minor leagues of the Real Deal show. So, and it's a lot of fun. And if you've never seen the freaking Worldwide Wrestling game played, it is bananas. And
Incredible.
especially over on this channel, because like
It's too fun.
Kate lets you just like go for it. So, you know, I might have a wrestler named Colin, you know, Colin McQuarrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the champ for a little while.
You know,
I think we may have just made a new wrestler in this session. There may be an avian rock now.
yeah.
Rock
Yeah, that
Band.
was a lot, you guys. That was a lot.
Can you smell what War Street is cooking? Huh?
Mm.
I don't
Someone in
know.
the chat is asking if Duval and Dragons is based out of Jacksonville. Perhaps. Perhaps there are some locations that are based off of in real life Jacksonville locations.
I don't know, man.
Yes. A lot of them, actually. But you'll have to catch that lore next time because we're just getting fucking warmed up, boo-boo. It's only episode dose.
Yeah,
You can't even see my two.
Anyway, so we're out of here. It's been 4 hours, so ooh,
Yes.
long night. I think.
Worth it.
Hold on, let me. I
And who's
know
streaming?
I gotta bring up the dashboard so I can, you know, like
Ooh,
go raid somebody.
Josh is still doing 10 candles, dude.
Yeah, it looks like Josh is still up. Wait, oh, dang it! I don't like this raid thing. When you click it, it's only like the top 5 that come up, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the top
Boo.
5. I want to go see. Oh no, Josh is done. Okay, it's
damn.
offline. That's what I was worried about. Okay,
Sad face.
but I think Dice Priori. What are they doing right now?
Oh yeah,
they're
somebody's playing Anthem.
fam. Oh, they're playing. What is Anthem?
Playing video
What is-
games.
What is Anthem?
Video games.
Video games.
Video games.
Okay, well, we'll
All
play
the
video
video
games.
games.
because we love them, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're gonna start that raid, and folks, thanks for hanging out. We
Love you
love
all.
you so much, but let's not leave without changing our voice and being crazy. Oh yeah. All right, here we go.
Love you all.
Show some love.